Hello every sluggy. It is I, Mino Miyushi, Cyborg Sea Slug here for a shell of a time. And I was a little small. There we go. Now that's better. Anyways, we're back. We're back for Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cut. It's gonna get very, very silly. Thankfully, I know I'll be honest with you. I spent Monday and Tuesday 100%ing the main game before the new edition came out, so I have a pretty good idea of what's going on. I wasn't that far off base to begin with, so we're mostly going to be looking at new stuff today, just fair warning. Also, speaking of fair warning, where's the trigger warnings? Also, Riley, congratulations on getting first. Thank you for being here, gamer. We're going to have an interesting time. Speaking of trigger warnings, yeet. You know how one of those says, like, oh, hey, being eaten alive? Yeah, they weren't really they were not messing around with that. You know, no, this is a mature stream. They were not fucking around with that. Let's be honest here. That was awful. That was the worst thing ever. I was mashing through that shit. It was not good. It was the worst depiction of that I've ever seen, and I hate it so much. I don't like my flesh melting. Not a big fan of that. Not particularly, but we're going nowhere near that today. Although, apparently, that path is also one that is, like, part of the update, but not on stream, at least. I'm not subjecting anybody to that. That's too much. That's way too much. But fortunately, the ones that did get changed, supposedly, are ones that I tend to like a little bit more. So, we'll see. Because we got, like, the Damsel was expanded, the Prisoner was expanded, Spectre was expanded, and apparently Adversary as well. And I never got to show Thorns on stream because I didn't take the knife that one time, so... Also, what's up, TGP? How you doing, gamer? Hope you've had a very Gucci weekend so far. Things might get a little uncomfortable, but that's just kind of how this game is, so fair warning again. You're bundled up in bed right now. Okie dokie. Again, considering the paths I'm doing, I don't expect it to get too bad, because again, we're avoiding Beast like the Plague, because I know better. And the other ones generally aren't that bad, except for, like, Nightmare, which is only, like, a psychological horror, and not an actual, like, oh, holy crap, that's gross, I don't want to see that horror. But we'll see. We'll see. Like, I don't expect to see it. I expect to just see whatever comes after Damsel, whatever comes after Prisoner for Chapter 3, Spectre Chapter 3. See if Adversary and or Fury have changed. And go look at... See if they did anything with, like, Thorns. Because we got... God, what was it? What was it? Not Wild. Wild's the weird one. It was... Oh yeah, Witch. We got Witch, where we had the part where I got knocked down the stairs and broke my back last time. Because I did not bring the knife, and ironically, that was the bad decision. Slay the Princess, one of your comfort games. That's good to hear. Good to hear. Wait, what do you mean? Okay, overall, I understand, but did you do the Beast chapter? Because if you did, I would say it's a comfort game if you exclude the Beast chapter, especially the Beast chapter, and I guess, I don't know, the other ones didn't really bother me that much. Like, the closest ones I think would be, like, the Drowned Grey, and the Wraith wasn't really that bad, because I didn't really do much with the Wraith, honestly. Like, considering how the Nightmare was, I expected a lot worse. But all the same, let's actually get to it. Let's go see what new and exciting and or horrible things we got in store. Like, we're starting a new, fresh game because I was literally, for whatever reason, loaded me back into the final fight again. I'm like, wait, nope. Don't want that. That's bad. So, new, fresh, Damsel probably, because I like the ones where you don't try to stab somebody. I know, it's a crazy idea.
In the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
100% the game on your partner's account. Yeah, understandable. I'm sorry you had to see the Beast, unless for some reason the Beast doesn't bother you that much, in which case, wow, you are very strong, and I salute you. Because that was disgusting. I hated it so much. Like, I'm really glad I didn't do that on stream last week, because I would have been, not just internally screaming, but probably externally screaming, be like, no! Get out! Would have been very upset. I've been incredibly upset on stream, and I'm glad, for my sake and everyone else, we missed that. Because, that is not my kink. That's for sure. Holy shit.
You're here to slay her.
But yeah, we can probably skip through most of the intro stuff.
It will be the end of the
Because we've seen the intro stuff, like, dozens of times. Like, even in the, like, stream last week, we saw the intro stuff, like, multiple times. We get the premise. We don't have to explore this much, I don't think. Unless something else has changed here, but this looks the same so far. I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva Vol Revolution!
The spirit.
Yippee!
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any
Yeah,
further.
she'll lie, cheat,
She will
steal,
lie,
girl boss,
she will
gaslight,
cheat,
gatekeep.
and she will do
Understandable.
everything in her power to stop you from. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess.
Although
We're
we will
supposed
try to save her. I have
princesses, not
no idea
slave.
how this will actually work this time.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's
Although I
talking
have heard it will tear your heart out and then, like, stomp all over it, so I'm trying to emotionally prepare myself to totally cry on stream. Yippee! But yeah, probably thinking Damsel first. Like, Damsel was what I got besides the Stranger
interior of
first
the
last
cabin
time,
is
because
almost
again,
entirely
I don't
bare.
like the stupid knife,
air is
even though the
stale
knife
and
strangely
musty,
gives you
and the
more
floor and
options.
walls are
Like, a lot
painted
more
in a
options
fine
usually.
layer of dust. The only furniture of note
I think it's because the overall
is a
ending and
plain
meaning of the
wooden
game that you had
table.
come. Oh
Perched
yeah,
on
no,
that
like,
table
the game as a
is a
whole is
pristine
really damn
blade.
good, and made me cry like a little baby for hours and hours and hours and hours at different points. So yeah, I get it. Like, it's a very, very, very good game. That's why I gifted it to a bunch of people as a treat. And then the other half of people I gifted, what was it? In Stars in Time, because that's also a very, very, very big game. I was like, oh hey, look, this game was made for me. Oh no, this game was made for me. Oh shit. Ow, 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 ow. Hi, Spooky. Welcome, gamer. How you doing? Ow. Yeah, it's gonna be like that, except an emotional beatdown. Yes, correct, Spooky. Hope you've had a good weekend as well.
The blade is your implement.
The blade can go
You'll need it
fuck
if you
off.
want to do
I would
this
throw it out the
right.
window if I could. Yes, I might be mostly aligned with the Contrarian. Bite me. Like, he's not the opportunist. I hate the opportunist, though I don't hate the opportunist as much as I hate the broken. Like, the broken's only there if you, like, literally give up, and let's be honest, that's not me. I don't give up. So, no blade. I'm ready for my possession now. Yes, the gamer.
The door to the
It's a
basement
cool blade. It
creaks
is admittedly
open,
pretty cool, but I
revealing
also
a
literally have,
staircase
like,
faintly
meaty
illuminated by an
bird/lizard
unseen
claws.
light in the room below.
Like, the blade always
This
seems
is
so
an
weird considering the
oppressive
fact of
place.
what you
The
are.
air feels
It's
heavy
definitely
and
not
damp,
a regular person.
hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice soft
Hello? Is someone there?
is hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your
I
life.
think you're overstating it. You're a little too smitten already, my dude.
Don't
Calm
let it
down.
fool
Down,
you.
boy.
It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
The sheer irony of this is that coming in armed makes her worse by definition of literally what and who she is. I'm here to save you,
How
yippee!
many times do I have to tell you how...
How many times can I tell you to
Really?
buzz off,
You're
Featherface?
rescuing me. I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Although I am curious, I imagine it probably splits off after this initial, like, first route. The voice of the skeptic is also pretty solid, yes, especially considering how he helps you in the nightmare. Like, damn, I will never forget that. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Like, it's very well done. Like, the nightmare is arguably not my favorite, but is overall, like, the objectively best chapter as far as just being so expressive. Also, what's up, Cruising? How you doing, gamer? Hope you've been Gucci. We're doing Pristine Cut stuff today, so if you don't get spoiled, just FYI. And of course, obviously, the content warnings are very real. Mind you, we're not doing most of the bad ones like the Beast and stuff. Although apparently the Beast and Den have new stuff. I don't wanna. Not on stream. I'll 100% this off stream, but I'm not doing Beast on stream. I refuse. I'm not traumatizing everybody. It was bad enough doing it myself. That was oh wait, that was the paranoid, not the skeptic. You're right. I forget what the skeptic was for mostly. Like, I kind of just... It's all a bit of a blur. Like, honestly, I should probably do, like, an actual, like, tier list of the just rankings in general, but... I'd have to go back through and make sure to 100% it again properly this time now that the new stuff is out, before I even think about that.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
two things you love from the title of Stars and Time. Stars, because all things space and astronomy are hyperfixation, and time, which also falls in your hyperfixation, because black holes and alternate universes and parallel universes. Yes. As for me, like, I'm more of a fan of the ocean than space nowadays, but I used to be really fascinated with space as a little slug. And, like, Back to the Future is my favorite movie, period, because it introduced me to the concept of time travel and, like, parallel worlds and stuff, and that's so cool. Although in Stars and Time, it's... Let's just say if you play in Stars and Time, you definitely understand me more as a person, which is a little unsettling. Like, they really kind of just went for the throat there. It's just like, why? Why do I relate to this one character more than any other character in all of fiction ever? I hate this.
She's beautiful.
Like, literally just straight for the throat.
Would this be of threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
Got something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains,
I wonder.
we're one step closer to the end.
I wonder if one of the new things is if you can interact with that other chain more, because you'd only do that in the prisoner route.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
It's okay, the good ending sucks
Thank you.
anyways. It's like, what's your definition of being happy? Stasis. No thank you.
You're making a huge
Not to mention the
mistake.
whole, like, trying to get rid of the concept of death is proven usually to be a very terrible thing to do in pretty much any form of fiction. The paranoid doing the grounding technique during the nightmare actually made you sob. Yeah, I know, like, he was so good there. And, like, every time he gets interrupted, you, like, actually just start dying on the spot, to the point where, like, in one of the routes, you have to have the hero do it briefly, just to alter the ending a little bit. It's kind of insane.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Like, organ failure is a serious problem. Kudos to Paranoid.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
But yeah, like, other things they changed, so they changed Apotheosis and they changed Fury, which, let's be honest, like, Apotheosis and Fury, you didn't really get any options. You basically went there and it ended in the span of, like, 5 seconds. You barely even talked. So I get that. I get that.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
I am kind of surprised that they put new routes on Damsel Princess, or not, Damsel Prisoner and Spectre, though. Because I already had technically third routes, kind of. Because you had Wraith, you had Burned Grey, and you had Drowned Grey.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left.
But then again, I
her
guess those are also
chains
tied to
somewhere
other
in the
routes,
cabin.
technically, so they're like, yeah, screw it, something fully unique just for these 3. You can go bite your arm off in a moment. Actually, you know what? I doubt it
Maybe
changes
there's some way to
anything,
break the
but...
chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
But I like that even here, when you're completely disarmed, she's still definitely some kind of eldritch entity. Like, they're not sugarcoating it.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd
You know,
be
just
nonchalant
casually just
about
start
cutting
biting
our way
into
out
your
so that
arm.
we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
And the way narrative power works is always so interesting to me in this. Like, it's literally just, oh, hey, literally your belief. Your belief is what changes things, and if the narrator believes stronger than you, he can possess you, which happened like 3 times last stream.
Is someone else here?
Damsel's your favorite? Really? I did Deconstructed Damsel last time because we kept asking her, it's like, what do you want to do? And that one was a little goofy, but apparently the one I did after that, off stream, where you just like leave normally, isn't that bad actually. But my favorite, at least of the original, was definitely Thorns. Because let's get, like, I'm not going to say anything yet because we're going to do Thorns near the end of this run. But, like, Thorns was very, 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 very real. A little too real. And all I've known in my life is witches. I've never, like... It's one thing to, like, accidentally hurt somebody and then to be really pissed off at you literally forever. Understandable. But to literally be like, okay, I'm literally handing power over to you so you can hurt me more in hopes that you will eventually, like, turn around is really deep. Like, any long-lasting thing, you will hurt each other at some point, and being able to actually forgive and work through it is so important. Like, it made me cry like a baby, that route. You'll see if and when we get there. Like, the Thorn Prince is definitely one of the best for me. Okay, these are all the same.
You try the door.
Time to get possessed.
You make your way to
Yippee!
the bottom of the stairs. This would have been
I've
so
done
much
every
easier
single
if you'd
route
just
of the
taken
base
the blade,
game.
like you were
Before the
supposed
Pristine
to.
Cut came out, I did everything. I 100% it. And then they brought out like another 40 achievements. I'm like, oh dear God. Because I was at 97 out of 97. I did literally everything possible. Like, I got deep into the weeds. Although I still, ironically, the very first ending I got was my favorite ending. With, like, doing the stranger first by accident. Like, that was really touching. And just giving up the whole godhood thing.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're
Like, it was really nice.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in
Yeah,
the
maybe stop
princess's
locking me in the
voice.
basement, you jerk. Although, it's also kind of hard to tell because apparently the narrator... And I'm not sure if the narrator controls the cabin or if the narrator and the cabin are different entities, because she also explains, like, in some of the ones where you die, she tries to leave, but she literally can't, and she can talk to the cabin, apparently? I'm not sure how that works, because the cabin doesn't seem to be the narrator, but it does seem to be a separate entity entirely within, like, the prison slash... God, what would he call it? I forget what he actually called it. There was a word he used for it.
If I could just...
Oh, no, return. Yeah. There she goes. Yippee!
Her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her
Showing a bit
limbs
of
with
that
the
witch
determination of a
gremlin. Just casually just chewing through your arm.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of...
Although, to be fair, if I was trapped in a basement for what felt like eternity to the point that time seemed to stop to exist, I too would probably just say, you know what, fuck it, get me out of here.
It's the blade from upstairs.
Yeah, it's that
We're not
nasty
sure how it
thing
made
which
its
is only
way down
useful for
here.
one
If there's
ending.
a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
That's fine. I won't like what happens because of what you do with it, you asshole. I still don't like you, even understanding your actual nature. I don't agree with the
Against
narrator
your
at
better
all.
Judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound.
Like, I
on the
understand his
princess's arm,
motivations.
Just above the unyielding chain binding her
I
to
understand
its place.
why he would want to do what he did, but trying to get rid of death is not the way to do that.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp.
Yippee!
And it takes little effort
We
to
win!
break the bone of
We
her
get to
arm.
leave, and nothing bad will happen.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so
Oh,
much
they
as utter
focus on the
sound
arm a
through the whole
lot
ordeal.
more in this version. I
No.
feel like.
She didn't.
Like, I don't remember just, like, lingering on her severed arm like this. That's interesting.
She smiled
So they did mention, like,
softly
new
as her gaze
animations
meets
and, like,
yours,
new
blood
art
from
and
her
stuff,
wounded
so...
arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
It's fine.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No. We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I can't just let her escape.
Like, there
into
isn't
the
a
world.
single version of this where you can just, like, up and leave without him trying to possess your ass, and I find that really messed up. But also, he's technically, arguably, a part of you? In his own way, I guess, considering he created you, kind of? It's still not exactly clear how that works, because he's not a god himself. And yet he pulled off all of this somehow.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the
Also,
blade.
I don't know if I was just blind or what and missed the feathers down here entirely, but I kept thinking it was like a lizard the whole time, not like an actual bird. I don't know how I missed that so hard.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
I mean, if you had more of a spine hero, you could just override him, but...
What are you doing?
Trying to save your ass.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward. The blade
But yeah, I
held
think we'll
low,
start, like,
ready
really
to sink
exploring
into
when we
her
hit the
heart.
damsel, because that's where the big change is supposed to happen.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade
We'll
has
see.
a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Alive is very heavily quotation marks, because it's either we die or we get bored to death, practically. Like, there's no... There really isn't anything where you actually get to properly live. So the damsel is your favorite because in your eyes it's a reunion of the hero and princess in another life, and the reincarnation, even if it's just reincarnation light. But isn't that the case for, like, literally every path, technically?
The blade. Move
Like, I definitely
the
understand, like, just the
blade.
narrative in general of, oh, hey, you were literally possessed, and, like, okay, in the next life, things will be different, which, okay, I get that. I understand that. It just seems... It almost seems cheap in a way, just because of the way her nature is, as, like, a mirror of yourself.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance.
Like, don't get me wrong, I still
Princess
like
takes a
it,
cautious
but it just seems a lot of, like, literally molding her into your perfect princess kind of thing. Which I guess is technically how she works in every iteration, thinking on it, but it's weird to think about.
We both know this isn't you.
It technically is and isn't. I'm not again, like, the narrator being a part of you is kind of implied. And that he left a
He
piece of
nervously
himself
reaches
in
towards
you, I think?
And takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Trying to do the right thing, you jackass.
I'm sorry. I'll try
Because
to be
you
quick.
never learned how to communicate properly.
She plunges it
And instead
into
would
your
rather
chest,
resort to violence
tearing
immediately.
flesh and sinew. It is agony.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough for her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death.
Like,
is
the
some
narrator
sort of
is
heroic
technically
gesture.
correct, because I
Two of
think
you
he's trying to
literally
fight
lose
entropy / the
everyone.
heat death of the universe, which is rapidly approaching.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into
But
your
at the
chest
same time,
again
it's just...
and again
I
and
cannot
again.
agree with his
You
methods
feel
at
every
all.
inch of burning pain that slices its way into
Like, no
your
matter
body.
what ending you get, any of the ones that go along with his plan is not something I can abide by.
I'm sorry.
Yippee!
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust
Although
of the knife, your legs give out beneath you.
I'm trying to think, in
You
that
collapse to the
situation, you
floor,
encounter
your
somebody
blood
trying to
pooling
save your
around you,
ass.
your limbs
They try to kill you,
unresponsive.
it becomes very obvious they're
Princess
possessed or
stares
something
down
is
at your
going
ruined
wrong with
chest
them.
As tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Like, did she have to resort to trying to just stab us to death? Could we just, like, actually, right, there's no window down here, right, so she couldn't even just throw the knife out the window. We would still be trapped down here. But then again, in that other endings, there's literally times where, like, the narrator tries to pull the same shit, and you're like, the door unlocks because I said so, fucker, and then he's like, oh, wait, I can't do anything. Like, his power fluctuates so much, depending on belief, which, again, is how the system works, but...
It can't just end like this.
Oh, like, the remembering and not really being reincarnated, it's more like a full loop? I can get that. I can get that. But don't they also generally remember in all of the loops? It's just they either... It's usually they're just like, oh, we're giving away the game, huh? I don't know. Because I definitely remember you in every one. That's literally how it, like, changes every time. It's like, okay, you did this thing last time. That's why I am like this now. Except for Den, who just doesn't speak because they literally can't, if I remember right.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened.
But I'm really curious,
You made your
if there's
choice.
an alternate route for
over.
Damsel, what will the Smitten do? Because the Smitten's definitely there, obviously. Like, he's the main voice who shows up initially.
If Everything goes dark.
And I'm not a huge fan of the Smitten either, ironically. Like, I am a person who is in love with love, but they take it to such a weirdly obsessive level, I have a bad feeling. Like, it gives me an ick, the Smitten does, to an extent. Like, the heart's in the right place, but I can easily see it being corrupted, and that never really happened.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that
Like a person you would hold at arm's length because if things don't go their way, things will go really bad, kind of deal, if that makes sense. A little unnerving.
You're here to slay her.
But yeah, we've already been here. We've already talked to the Smitten. He's kind of weird. Kaizen lays it on a little too thick. Your sucker for reincarnation and transmigration stories. Love your mon was. Understandable. Like, I like the idea of stories where it's like, oh hey, we're going to die here saving the world, or at least die doing something, or we're going to be split apart due to some pretense, but we'll meet again in the next world or something. Like, those are admittedly very touching stories, as much as I don't believe them, but that's also because I might just be becoming a bit of a bitter old slug at this point. I wouldn't really say bitter, just my expectations nowadays are a lot more realistic, I guess.
She will lie,
Eh.
she will cheat, and she will
Either
do
way.
everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Yeah, the Smiten's definitely right here, though. Like, don't possess my body. Like, the very moment this asshole possessed us is the moment where I lost all trust in him. Like, that is stepping over such a line that it kind of paints the rest of the game as, hey, narrator, fuck off.
Excuse me? Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take...
Last time? What are you talking about?
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice.
Boy, does
Let's try
he.
to ignore it. I do. But I also speak from the heart. My
Like,
passions are too
the
great
Smitten
to
gets
be
to, like, the
stifled.
creepy
They must
territory.
be expressed.
A little bit.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering.
Like, it
any
feels
mind.
less like actual
Focus
love
on
on
the
his
task
part
at
and more
hand.
just obsession, and that's the part where things can get really dark really fast. And that never really happened. So I'm a little worried. That damsel and prisoner
The
are
interior
part of the
the
new
cabin
stuff.
is clean and elegant.
Okay,
its
so
stone walls draped in fine threaded
definitely need to save
tapestries.
here.
A prison befitting a royal prisoner. The blade is your implement.
What are our options? Does the mirror change any, I wonder? I kind of doubt it.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall.
Like, I don't
Isn't
see why
much to
this
see.
of all things would change, but...
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
You reach forward and rub your hand
Oh, that's-
against the cabin wall.
That's
Help you
actually
know
a
how
little
ridiculous
different, I
you look
think.
now.
The outline of the mirror is still actually there. It didn't fully disappear. Is that intentional? Because I could have sworn like it completely disappeared normally in the original.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
And there's definitely still the outline of a mirror here.
And now it's gone.
Huh.
Pity. We could have a feather
I could
out
be
of place, and now we'll
misremembering.
never
It's only
know.
been a week, but still.
Can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Okay, let's not take the blade. So I don't see how taking the blade's going to accomplish much of anything except, like, burned gray again, I think. Think of him as hyperbole, prince type of, oh, maiden, fair lady of the basement, call so I may hear thy sweet voice of bell and honey.
Carpet glimmers in the light
I mean,
of the
yeah,
torches
absolutely.
positioned along the walls.
But this is also Slay the
Basement
Princess.
seems welcoming
It shows the
and
best
firelight.
and worst sides of everything, and it never really showed a bad side of the Smitten, it felt like. And that's what is concerning.
But it's still a
Because, like, even in, like, the old, like,
The princess
hyperbole of, like, the
knows probably doing her
princes,
a favor.
like, the old fairy tale princes were very much, by modern standards, like, old school chivalry? Still kind of viewed women as property, let's be honest here. Giggling like a gremlin typing that. Yeah.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow.
Yeah, it
even
sounds like she
more
inhaled a
beautiful
squeaky
than
toy.
last time. I think we're in love.
You've only met her for like 5 minutes and then she stabbed you, but okay.
Okay, Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know
Like, there
the
should be a
princess.
very,
We can still do right
very
by her without
significant
all this
change at some
fawning.
point.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not
So
in
trying to
love.
suss that out will be the big difference
Just
here.
remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Like, ironically, maybe I should have taken the blade. That might be
Walk
the
down the
change.
stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far. My love.
Okay, we solved
we're
this
here to
last
rescue
week,
you
so
from your
we can go a little
unjust
bit
and
faster,
foul-
maybe.
You know
Otherwise,
she
I will be
can't
here
hear
for
you,
longer than I have, because I
right?
do have D&D later.
She may not be able to hear my word. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Still curious if we get to interact with the chain on the right and more than just prisoners still.
Do you hear that? She said we're...
Like, it's weird it only comes up in, like, 1 out of, like, I think 15 or so routes. It's
She
crazy.
called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
There's nothing wrong with a little flattery. Keep it coming. As long as it's sincere flattery. Like, mock flattery is just mean, but, like, sincere flattery, I'd like to think works on most people, unless you're just kind of cold as hell.
Waiting for you to come back? You've been here before, haven't you? That's right, villain. And you killed us.
Boy, did he.
Well, she killed us.
Well, she wouldn't have had to kill us if you weren't being an asshole and literally taking over my agency.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before.
And I remember I got the
entire
witch the
world has
first
been
time
damned
because
to
I tried to
oblivion.
do it again, but slightly
I really
different, but
hope
the
I
only
be the
option was to
first
try to
to
kill
bolt.
her, and that involves backstabbing her, which is very mean.
We damned a whole world. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between
Oh wait,
worlds
he called them
forever.
constructs, so he's not even
Especially
being
when you
truthful
leave a
about
trail of
damning a world. Like, the construct is a
incomprehensible
construct. It has nothing to
devastation
do with the outside world as a whole.
This is
So he is just an asshole. Okay, let's see. And it hurt a lot. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a
Just doing your
surprising
best,
extent.
trying to not stab me to
An almost
death.
unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect.
Nobody's perfect,
Do
you
think
goober.
she has someone like him telling her what to do?
No, apparently, except maybe the cabin, at least in some way she can communicate with.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
And I'm honestly glad for that.
I think he's right, because
I
like
would
it
hate
better
having
if she
somebody
doesn't.
trying to
Some
literally
horrid
possess my
little
body
voice
because
like
I didn't do what he told me
always
to do.
trying to drive her to violence.
Yeah, I didn't bring a knife to... Oh yeah, no, she just slips through after that. These all look the same. Let's see.
You died, and now we're talking. I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you
Yeah,
happy?
no, I think we're slowly going back to deconstructed dams if I go down this line too much.
Darling princess, she wants. Are you listening to her?
Okay, let's, No feelings one way or another, especially considering the world isn't even a world here, technically. It's a
At least you're being
construct.
honest. I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands
Although
of a
he is also
nihilist.
technically correct in that if she does fully realize her thing, the world will technically end and then be reborn.
The princess shifts in uncomfortable confusion.
Me too. I don't care.
She wasn't confused for long. If she doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world. It would take a great desire for evil to do something so inconceivable, and
Like,
our
the
dears have
deconstructed
not
damsel in
found
general is the reason
cruelty
why it's
within her.
not my favorite, just
All
because
is
it literally
well,
is a case of,
and it's
okay,
high time
whatever will
we
make you
rescue our
happy,
beloved.
whatever will make you happy. It's just like, that's... no. Please don't. Okay, let's just rescue her.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending
Only if you
monstrosity?
make her a world ending.
Indeed,
I
if
mean,
you wanted to
technically
unleash
he's
her
not
onto the world,
wrong,
despite the
though.
complete moral
Like, as a
disaster that would
whole.
be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip
But the
your
adversary was
hands
also
through
interesting
chains.
despite the fact that it involved a ton of violence just because it literally is, oh hey, no, literally your willpower is what makes you exist in this world.
If her hand could just slip out of the chains,
It's like,
why
you
hasn't she
died.
done it already?
I didn't hear no bell, I'm not dead. Like, it was so funny. And also
Because
tragic.
We've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can
Where
and
would this
cannot
logically
do?
change?
I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
Yeah, the only sane one of all you voices.
One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Like, I love the snark here, too.
I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain.
Although it is
My
strange that he
passions
can't just
contained
bring the
by
blade down like
and
last time.
depths, and if you try anything
But then we would
that
just be
might harm
repeating
our
things ad
dearest,
nauseum.
I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't.
Oh, he would.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and I can't believe it.
But yeah, no,
told
this
you,
is definitely
there's
exactly
no
the same
life
so
more
far.
worth living than that.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I like the part where I'm not trying to kill you this time. If only it was that easy.
The princess
Also,
jumps
this
up and
part is
smothers
very
you in a
cute.
joyful embrace.
God, I could use a hug. Anyways.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back. And luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Yeah, no, we're just leaving. I'm not doing Deconstructed Damsel again.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand,
Yippee!
the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other.
Unless, ironically,
We
the
don't
new
need
ending
the
is also
world
tied to
for our
Deconstructed
happy
Damsel, but
endings.
if that's the case, we can just reset it real quick.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left
Now, I
me
will
with.
admit it does give me a bit of catharsis every single time we're like, hey, narrator, screw off. After getting possessed, it kind of just does that to you. You just become filled with spite. Just saying.
You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
God forbid we let people be happy, narrator.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no. Did someone lock
Oh
us in
no,
again?
whatever
That's
will
not
we
fair.
do?
We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match
Also,
for
I
the
feel like her
strength of
pupils, like,
true
change
love.
in this. They look... So that's... I wonder if that's supposed to be, like, an actual specific design, 'cause it almost looks like some kind of a leaf.
Enough with this
Which is
true
odd.
love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I don't know if this will actually change anything, but... these seem to be the same options still. Open by yourself, open together. Let's do together. Because that's cute.
Okay.
And I like
Yeah,
cute things.
Let's do it.
I'm a
Like a
sucker
pair
for
of
cute
teenagers
things.
in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door.
And also making
Together. Blech.
making the narrator uncomfortable is also a very good, very good pastime.
And the lock clicks. And the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your
Oh,
way
the blade is
upstairs,
still there.
And the blade, that's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
But then let's just go to the gray route. I think these were still the same choices as before, unless like one of them branches off differently this time, because I'm pretty sure this goes to the burned grade, doesn't it? So let's not do that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Hate you too, buddy. You feathery asshole.
You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works.
I mean, it is... Actually thinking on it, the audacity of this goddamn man. Oh, if we just stay here forever, the world will be saved. Yeah, that's literally how the good ending happens, you lying asshole. Fuck you. Hate you, narrator.
Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
So where's the split? Actually, wait. Did we get this option? This might be the split? All we need to be happy is each other. What if we just stayed here and built a life together? I don't think that was an option before. Let's try it.
What a romantic suggestion. You're right. We don't need the world.
I don't think that was an option.
All we need is each other. That's exactly what I just suggested. Was it not romantic when I suggested it? Did you suggest that? I wasn't listening. You answered me.
But the door's right there. We can just leave.
Although this also seems kind of weirdly toxic, so I'm getting bad juju.
Wait. Why would she say that?
Oh my, yep, okay.
Proclamation of love? Are we not enough for her?
Okay, yeah, no, the bad vibes are very... Oh, yeah, no. I don't like the way you're saying that, Mr. Smitten.
She's not wooed by you because staying here and building a life together isn't a seduction. It isn't anything. It's a non-answer. It can't be done.
This is definitely new. Your nonchalance about the fate of the world has me a bit worried. That's why I want to stay here. Trust me, it'll be better for both of us if we stay. We can be happy here, we just have to want it. That seems like more along his lines, arguably?
But we would have to be here forever.
It's also interesting that, ironically, this is when she starts pushing back and not just being like, oh, whatever you want, so that's something.
I don't know you.
Okay, she's getting more grounded, I like that.
This is really what you want, though, isn't it?
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
And also, really creepy. I'm not liking this right now.
I guess we could do that.
She doesn't seem happy about this.
Damn straight. I wouldn't be happy either.
But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she?
I think saying what I think he is against TOS, but we know who this is. We know who this is. This asshole.
I don't know. She has a point.
She does.
She doesn't know us. No. It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess. If we just say the right things.
This is skeeving me out so hard.
If we just showed her the contents of our heart. She'd be happy.
So uncomfortable.
As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing
Wait,
towards
what?
your chest.
Wait,
then...
what?
What? No, you absolutely do not do that.
What are you doing? What are you doing, you don't...
Oh, but I do.
No, seriously, what are you doing? Are you trying to possess her, or are you literally saying you're going to show us your heart? Because if that's the case, maybe stop that.
What? What is he doing? We can't see unless you tell us. Are you sure you want to know?
We're stalling, we're stalling, we're stalling.
You
Okay,
plunge
yeah!
your nails into your chest.
Not a
digging
fan of
deep,
that.
Grasping for a handhold. And you find it. Your fingers curling around your ribs.
Oh no! What are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
You can't do that. You can't do that and be okay. It's like, yeah? You don't say. Then again, you also casually try to bite off your own arm, so I think your definition of okay is definitely out the window at this point, but...
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider.
I mean, any of the voices technically can be.
And yet, it's done.
Actually, wait.
Isn't it?
Right, the Smitten was also an asshole during the Tower and the Apotheosis, wasn't he? Because he was being a big shrimp about it. I remember now. So they did have the dark side, just not this dark. They had the weird, like, darkly, like, worship angle, not the weird, whatever the hell possessiveness this is angle. Ah!
You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet
I
pops
hate
as you
bone
pull
cracking
yourself
sounds
apart
if they're actually
inch
realistic, and that sounded pretty
painful
realistic.
inch. Your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room.
Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she
Please
wants.
stop talking. I hate you right now.
Oh, I see.
You were taking
You're
this
trying to
weirdly
tell me
well.
something.
You're taking this a little too well, but this is also you we're talking about, so...
The princess,
Huh?
mesmerized, reaches towards your
Oh,
beating
right, because she's
heart,
feeding
and
off of his
then
weird-ass feelings.
everything goes dark and we die? Yes.
I'm surprised they didn't just actually show... Wait, epilogue? Not a chapter 3, an actual epilogue?
You're on a path in the woods.
Huh?
Clearly already in the cabin.
Okay. Well, damn, I guess we're getting hitched right away, despite how unsettling that just was. Okay. Sure. Why not? Fuck it. Well, if you like the damsel, I don't know if you would actually like this, because, like, this is kind of cute, but also kind of horrifying how we got here. Like, I like the vibe, I don't like the method of the vibe.
Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet. We've been here before. Well, not here, but
Definitely not
I'm sure
here,
you know
here.
what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop in last time.
Ay, ay, ay.
Now. He's clearly disorientated. I'm sure all this new info is going to come as quite a shock to him.
Wait.
Best if we're gentle.
Why the opportune... Oh, that's why the opportunist. That's sensible and also equally disturbing.
Right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome! Thank you. I'm just happy to be here. Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's
Okay.
terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever
Boy,
world
did
you'd
we.
come from. Meaning you doomed an
We
entire
failed
reality. But
spectacularly.
I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes? Well, we know that now, thanks to you. We're all so lucky to be stuck with, working.
Actually, wait.
Someone so well-informed. You can count on us to do things right.
Where
from
is
here
this
on
voice of
out.
the Smitten here? We haven't heard him yet.
I'm going to describe the room now. The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicolored glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. This is a house fit for royalty.
Kind of reminds me of the stained glass windows they used in Wind Waker for Hyrule Castle.
Before you, there isn't a blade.
Of course there isn't a
is
blade
there?
on this one. I would
That's
hope not.
good.
Yeah, we didn't use the blade last time. The time before that, she used it to kill us, and was also your fault. Also, yeah, importantly, where the hell is the voice of the Smitten?
Yeah, he was a bit of a loud one, wasn't he?
Like, that's concerning.
Okay. We're better off without him, if you ask me. One less opinion we have to contend with.
Actually,
Plus, he's the one who got us into this.
none of... They've always been like chapter 3s. We've never seen a quote-unquote epilogue before. It's always been chapter 1, 2, 3, and sometimes 4. Epilogue is new. Epilogue is definitely new. Very mysterious.
Is that so? Maybe there is hope for you after all, free from the bad influence of your missing friend.
There's no way it's that simple.
Now that is some fine reason.
And yeah, no, we
Who
did
cares
definitely
about
die
the
the one time we
blade?
had it.
I think you're right. We're better off without it. It's not like it's ever been important. Of course, the blade's important. It's your implement. But it's not there, is it? We don't even get the choice. So, what are we supposed to do?
Oh my... It's never been the case before, but is it possible the Smitten somehow, like, splintered off into his own body? Because that has not happened at all in the entire time I played this game, and yet... That's one possible explanation of why he's just not here.
I don't actually know. I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere. It has to. It's part of the whole structure of this place, I think. At the very least, it's important.
It is important. Actually, wait, could we just leave now? So none of you are going to talk about the the mirror, yeah.
What is there to say about it? It's a mirror. Is this some sort of a bit? There is
Okay,
no
he's doing the
mirror.
usual mirror
There's
bit.
oh, my bad.
Nothing has changed
That's
here.
why I haven't been to. I see it. Just like I saw it last time. Good for you, buddy. You've got a sharp set of eyes on you. Mirror or no mirror, the door to the basement, you're only...
Okay, what if we just try to leave?
As you foolishly turn to leave the cabin and abandon the world to its ruination, you're... Oh.
Okay.
As you turn around, you're faced with a solid wall. There isn't a way out. It would appear that you're stuck here until you
So
find a
this is
resolution to
definitely
our
the Smitten's
princess
doing. Because he's like, no, we gotta stay here forever. We can't leave. Ay, ay, ay.
That is convenient. Look at us crossing off a whole avenue of exploration. Figuring out the rest of this is going to be so much easier now that we only have one way left to go. You know, I'm starting to like you because he's blowing smoke up your ass.
Boy, is he. That's kind of his whole deal.
Because he's being reasonable. Look, it doesn't matter who put that wall there because it's there. The only thing for you to do now is find the princess and, ideally, find your weapon while you're at it. With nowhere to go but forward, you turn back around, leaving the non-existent exit behind you.
Approach the mirror.
You cross the room, stopping just in front of the door to the base. Well, shall we have a look at ourselves?
Reach forward.
You
Same
reach forward,
thing.
your hand instinctively
That's a
wrapping
very cute
around
door,
the handle.
though. It kind of looks like a cello, arguably. Maybe?
Figures.
Some kind of string instrument.
And then you push the door open. Marvelous. We can proceed. It would seem that the stairs to the
Oh.
basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they go
This
up.
is very
They're
new.
draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet.
Like, in none of the other endings do you ever go up. You always go straight down, whether it be some kind of hole or void or something. But this is the first time you can actually just climb up. Huh.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, that doesn't work here at all. This is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm.
I dislike how possessive the Smitten is, but I do like that even the narrator cannot find fault with this.
Don't worry about it, boss. You're doing great. I'm not. But I appreciate
Anything
the
that makes the
effort.
narrator angry is usually a funny choice.
Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess. No, you absolutely do. Just because she lives in a nice, exitless house doesn't mean that she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality.
entirely
It's in her very nature.
But your definition of threat to our reality is also...
Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
That's actually kind of cute, but also almost concerning.
As much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice.
Again, like, this all feels nice. It's just the way we got here was so not nice that I'm so concerned.
Gotta say, I'm with him on this one, boss. When have nice things ever been a problem? That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. We need to stop talking. We need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay?
Proceed up the stairs. Yippee!
This hall, like the one below, is
Oh,
grand and
that
beautiful.
shadow.
Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall, woven with scenes of chivalry,
the little,
and
like,
courtship and romance.
The tapestries are really
Many
cute,
close
though.
Eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the center of the room. The princess, seated at its far end.
Like, I don't like that the table's so ridiculously long, and I don't like the giant shadow behind her, but the rest of it's actually quite nice.
Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck. So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and
That's
the entire
so
world
evil.
is saved.
Why
It's
would
easy.
you at this point?
Yeah, that is easy, isn't it? So, where's the rush?
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out
Oh,
from
this is
under
very
you.
possessive.
You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Oh, this feels very possessive already.
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
Okay. What is this place?
It's our happy ending, just like you asked for. It's everything we're supposed to have ever wanted.
The way you say that doesn't sound happy. What are we supposed to do now?
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
Apparently. I don't even know if you could make dinner here. There's no kitchen.
The flames
Oh,
burn bright, and a
okay.
shadow dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
So the shadow's definitely sentient and or a part of her, or is the shadow the smitten?
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Am I ever?
This
Look
feels
at this
wrong.
spread. It's a feast fit for a king. Yeah. And after everything we've been through, we could use a break. More than that, we deserve a break.
This seems really important. Actually, wait, I might make a save so I can come back to this later. Kind of. Let's see. Let's go save. Let's go save new stuff over here in the second page. Like, I'll probably come back to this later off stream for some of these, but I'm trying to at least make this relatively, like, I choose a thing and we just go with it. Okay, that's against my better judgment. Eat, since we're at least trying to go along with this, as unsettling as it's starting to get.
You begin to feast, and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading. The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue. You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your cup fills itself again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels. This really is perfect, isn't it?
It's too... It's not...
It is the best meal you've ever had. But then it's over. And you're
Yeah, that
just
sounds
as
about
hungry
right.
as when you began.
The monkey's paw curls.
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
Oh no.
The shadow
Oh,
washes
no!
across the table, clearing and replating. The feast is once again laid before you.
So we're just gonna go eat dinner for eternity. Got it.
The food is good. again. You
Okay.
tear into golden, crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you have done this already.
Actually, considering that she's the embodiment of change, this is really Is this technically a... Is why this is an epilogue and not, like... Can she not be part of, like, the larger, like... I wonder. Because this is antithetical to change, which means this is antithetical to her as a being, effectively. Is it not?
A good meal is still a good meal. And we didn't even have to clear the dishes. I'm happy.
Because we are just actually in stasis. This is ironically a version of what the narrator would want.
And then it's over. And you're
No
just
change,
as
no
hungry
death.
as when you began.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we
honey.
just do it again.
You can't just chase perfection like that. That's not how it works.
So the shadow sweeps over the table.
This is actually
clearing
kind of
the old and
depressing.
laying out the new. And so you do it again. The meat is fine. The bread is fine. You sample the side dishes and they're fine too. You finish your goblet, the liquid within no longer glimmering on your palate, instead leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more. Well, food is food, isn't it? Can't always be amazing. What matters is that we don't have to make it. Getting other people to do
Also,
the hard
where
work
is the
always
smitten?
improves the taste.
Like, he completely bailed and or he is the shadow.
Does it? Because it seems like the taste is getting worse, and we haven't had to so much as lift a finger. Regardless of quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began. Again.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
Again, the shadow replaces your feast. And again, you
Or maybe this is a metaphor for falling out of love, actually. Huh.
The meat is greasy. The bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables.
Because it's definitely a metaphor for stagnation, that's for sure.
You don't even touch the goblet. Its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing. I'm so tired of eating. Well, it's still free food we didn't have to make, right? Oh, am I kidding? We were eating like kings and now we're eating like pigs. At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time,
Oh my...
right?
I'm so tired of this.
As the words
Oh.
leave your mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters
Uh-oh.
and goes out entirely.
Okay, the shadow probably is the smitten.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
No, I think our little friend over here is definitely doing something wrong, though.
Not a fan of whatever just happened. I don't want to sit in the dark. Losers sit in the dark. I want to sit in a brightly lit, spacious room where we can see our beautiful, queenly wife.
I usually am not a huge fan of you, but your voice could have power here, but that's...
As if in response to the dancing of their brother,
Oh!
the other three torches
His
blaze
voice does have
brightly,
power here
their
still.
flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
Oh, these are... It's just a torch, don't worry about. We still have plenty of light. We still have the option to try to slay her here? After all... I have a bad feeling if we even tried, and also this isn't the route I want to go. I'm trying not to kill her. But this is honestly something that needs to be said more. I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you just said something you wanted to say.
But it was wrong. I took away a piece of our light. I'm not supposed to do that. I don't want him to be upset with me.
Oh my god, that is the smitten, isn't it? I don't want him to be upset with me. Which doesn't imply us, it implies probably back there. Yeah, you said he. Who is he?
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear.
God damn it.
I think he made this place for us.
So the smitten is now a voice in her head and also probably the really unsettling shadow back there. You utter asshole.
Is she talking about a real voice? Like us? But we're at the head of the table. We should be in charge. Is he more powerful than we
I
are?
mean, either side could be the head. Hello, you fell asleep for a bit. Well, you came into definite spoilers and things are going south really fast. We don't like Mr. Smitten right now. We're not a huge fan of him. He's kind of definitely gone asshole. Whew. Boy, has he. Yeah, Shadow, don't you have anything to say besides that you love Latinas?
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response.
What is that behind him?
Giving us
Oh,
the
it disappeared.
cold shoulder, I say, asserting his dominance in the power structure. Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you
Oh,
can
if he could
to.
talk, he'd be yapping alright.
He says his words are just for me. But he wants me to ask, isn't this enough? Isn't this what you wanted him to do?
Oh, I see. That's why. He's also... Is that what would make you happy? Now he's buying into that, and that's why he joined with her instead of us, I think.
He says he's tired. I don't think he'll answer anything else you have to say.
This isn't fair. If I could just talk to him for 2 seconds, I'm sure we could sort this out and figure out a balanced power structure that works better for everyone. But no, he's decided he's above talking to little guys like us, huh?
Considering how he was acting last time, I'm not sure if you were right or completely wrong at the start of this. Because he definitely took over us and made us rip our heart out literally. But he might also actually be tired of all of this. Okay. Well, we ate. What are we supposed to do now?
I don't know. Maybe we could play a game.
Okay, at least you didn't say, oh, whatever will make you happy.
Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
The flames roar and the shadow comes dancing across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game. Its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing. Its simple rules already apparent, even with little explanation.
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Great, we don't even have a rule book. That means we can make up as many rules as we want. And we will.
Oh, opportunist.
Don't worry, I am excellent at cheating. She'll never suspect.
Like, he's definitely entertaining, but I don't like him much.
I don't think it really matters. This all kind of feels like we're just filling time, you know?
Like, this is also kind of real. Like, you can explore new things, but to an extent, a lot of life is just filling time.
What, you don't want to
To an
win?
extent, at least.
Show our prowess in all avenues and accumulate respect. Wow, you would be hopeless without me. Count your lucky stars I'm here. You and the princess
Wait.
do indeed figure it out as you go.
Little, like, party
What a
hats.
game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays. The warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception. And then, the climax, as she places her final piece.
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
And so you start over.
Oh, come on. We're here forever. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Paper! Damn it! I thought rock won every time! Always choose rock. No one would ever guess you choose rock.
She only made us start over because we were winning. Time passes. You play the game. You win. Boom. And there you have it.
Game
What did I
night.
tell
Win a
you?
game with the help of a
My greater
manipulative
games are my
voice.
greater games.
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
Time passes. You play the game.
This really is just like an offshoot of the good ending where you just kind of sit here and just don't do anything forever, isn't it?
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
There is a long pause, and the board does not reset.
Oh my god, it's mirroring the actual game, isn't it? Because whenever we quote-unquote win, it progresses. But if she wins, she can't leave. Like, if she kills us in any of the endings, she's not allowed to leave by herself. Because for whatever sick reason, she doesn't have agency to just leave. Oh wait, I won. I was so sure with Chatulea would lose it. Yeah, no, like... The joke is if you're playing rock, paper, scissors, always pick rock. Rock never loses. No one would ever guess that. But yeah, no, this is... I feel like this is like a meta commentary on the game itself, almost.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. We can make it fun again. The shadow
That is the right
descends on
attitude to
board once
have.
Again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate.
I mean,
their
that's kind of how the
purposes
world
less
works.
Immediately clear, and the two of you set about discovering the complexities of the game.
I mean, hell, back in the old days, before we had internet or video games, it was just like all card games and playing with sticks and junk, and admittedly, you would have to find new variations of that to find something novel and not get bored of it.
And so you do. And it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life. But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination. Winning and losing become nothing but ends, and even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish, till finally...
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
As the
Uh-oh.
words leave the princess's mouth, another torch goes
Uh-oh,
out.
stinky.
Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the shadow dances faster.
Well...
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't
Yep.
have to be upset.
Oh, smitten, smitten, smitten.
This is awful.
Isn't it great that we're all having such a lovely time together? We just have to stay positive and realize how happy we are. Then all of those lights will stay on and keep showing us all the cool stuff we have.
Yeah, sure.
Hey. Are you actually happy here?
The princess starts to hyperventilate.
Uh-oh.
Her quick breath.
Wrong question to
The
ask.
uncomfortable silence between you.
Yes. Why wouldn't I be? Let's not talk about it.
She's being defensive. And we all know being defensive is a sign of weakness.
Honestly, this is a hard question, but this is a question you should be asking. Like, if you're gonna try to, like, have any kind of relationship with somebody to anything actually, like, deeper level, you need to be able to hit the hard questions. We need the truth. You need to tell me how you really feel. You can't be hiding that shit.
I don't feel anything.
The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
That is a good question. Actually, you know what? I like this. This is like an inversion of the deconstructed damsel. Don't worry about what's going to happen. If you could do anything in the world, what would it be? What would you choose? Which, admittedly, considering the nature for being, might be unfortunate, but we'll just... We'll deal with that when it comes.
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
There we go. You don't like being in here at all.
That sounds lovely.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its grip on her wrists.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
Mr. Smith, how about you stop being a jerk and we'll just... I don't know what... How would we get out of this? Because he is the one who's trapping us here at this point, effectively. Oh.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
I don't want to do that. Are you okay?
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
This really is sad, actually, in its own way.
No, it feels like an important part of me is gone. But I'm still here. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how I'm supposed to pick up the pieces.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she
What's
quietly
your
crosses
plan? Is it mutual haha stairs time again?
Do you still care about me?
Oh, that's incredibly honest, actually. I'm not sure I've ever had the chance to figure out how I feel about you. I just wanted to leave since the moment I found myself in the woods. Because all this takes place in the span of, like, moments. Like, not even a full day passes, really, besides the fact that you quote-unquote die, but not really. This can go so many ways. But, being realistic, never really had the chance to figure out how to feel.
Then maybe that's what we should do. Leave.
Offer her your hand.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand. The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold and a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt. You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin,
Actually,
doesn't
yeah,
that
that's a good
end
point.
the world? He's right, you know. You're giving us some real mixed signals, boss.
Did we actually break the narrator?
Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world.
Oh my god. Oh my god, the narrator's actually reflecting on what his plan was. Holy shit. Because yeah, this is basically, currently what we've been stuck in is a version of what he wants. Like, he mostly wants her dead and then have us stay here by ourselves forever, but... yeah, he's seen his fairy tale ending. There might be worse things than the end of the world. I'm glad you understand, you asshole. Maybe stop possessing us next time.
Well, this is less work for us anyways. Think what you will. I'm done fighting. You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance.
Like, it's a meta commentary on so much of the game, and yet it's still sweet, at least currently, now that the Smitten has decided to fuck off.
And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it.
He sounds so
Genuinely, I do.
broken. And also self-reflective?
He's really gone,
Huh.
isn't he? No boss anymore, no one left to tell us what to do. I guess we'll have to be our own boss then. About
Wow.
time.
The stars are so beautiful.
A quiet moment passes over you, a comfortable quiet.
I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
And we're not even gonna get the chance to, are we? Because you're gonna get whisked off by a pair of hands. Or by pair, I mean like a billion of them, let's be honest. Or we do! Oh. She gently pulls you forward, and the two of you fall into a graceful step. The only rhythm that guides you is the shared thumping of your hearts beating in perfect unison. Her face, worn and tired, brightens the faster you move, a soft, sad smile widening and widening until it reflects only genuine affection. You send her out in a wide spin, and your arms stretch to their limits, only the tenuous grasp of your hand in hers holding you together. You share a gaze that feels like it lasts forever.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
And there it is. I meant it. Share a dance with your happy ending. Ow. That hit. Wait, that's not even the right one. It's this one. Ow. You do not get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and has left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go?
It's
Should we
realistic
try
in
and
a
find her?
different sense. This edition is very good. And it's also nice you could tell this man, hey, maybe stop being a possessive jerk and fuck off. Thank you. Thank you, game.
Is that a...
Like, you still get to be romantic without the
yeah.
crazy in there.
Why
And
now?
that's good. That's nice. I can appreciate that. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
something dreadful?
If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
I don't know where she went. I don't think we even know how to go. Blah, blah, blah. Go looking for
Does
her.
this mean we won?
You're right. She's gone. It's just us.
And this is just as normal then.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Too late. Bye! You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but mirror remains. It's you! Yippee! Alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here, perhaps even a long quiet. Woo! Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin.
Something finds
Do you have
me
anything
in
new?
the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Are you... Know about the worlds? Are you the princess? Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not
Okay,
me.
yeah, it's the same dialogue so
I
far,
feel
but yes, that was
sadness,
very cute.
longing,
Even if it got a little curse in the middle
As
there.
I witness you.
Like, it felt more real than the normal damsel ending because you do have the weird, like, weirdly possessive thing with the smitten there at the end of the second loop. So that was pretty good. That was pretty damn good. That was very cute. Even it got very, very depressing for like a good chunk of that at the start.
She is part
Okay, so this is the same.
of you. Speak in circles.
But how do I get your opinion on this particular vessel? Or just what happens now, maybe. Oh, the long quiet joke? Thank you.
Nothing, as we are. There is no exit. But this vessel is a creature of bring me more perspectives.
Okay, but what do you think of this one? Aren't you scared they'll find a way?
I have
Can't kill you, obviously. How much forget? How many more pieces?
more than you have found.
Do we not get the option this time? I thought we did.
You ask of things. How can I know?
Okay, what if I don't let you do this to me? It's just...
Then we will be here.
So yeah, we can wait and I'll just force close the game.
Everything.
Okay, I guess we don't get the option to actually see what kind of vessel this was, but okay, bye!
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Yippee! Everything goes dark and you quote-unquote die. An honest heart. Share your happy ending with her. That's
You're
cute.
on a path in the woods, and at the end
Like,
of
the
that
way to
path
get there was a little
is a cabin.
but I
And
liked
in the
it.
basement of that cabin is a princess.
So let's pop a second save here. And it's been over an hour at least, so yeah, that's a good break. That's a good break point real quick. So I'll be taking a quick Bezos break, 3 to 5 minutes. Make sure to tinkle, decrinkle, snacky snack, stretchy stretch, and sleepy sheep if it's getting late for you. I will see you gamers soon. Make sure to take care of yourselves, and we'll get back to probably prisoner route this time, but different. Yippee!
Hey, we are suffering our Ocarina of Time randomizer, where just about every item somebody gives me or a chest gives me seems to be five rupees, cause there are no gods in Hyrule. But anyway, if you're tired, if you need to rest and chill out, go eat, whatever, feel free to do that. Thank you for bringing your community this away. See, it's $5, like I said. Let's.
Oh my god, it's Chet.
See you later.
Carnage, you're leaking oil there.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Diggy.
You just released a man.
Have another one.
Diggy, I'd like to commend you for this is the one game where I try real hard not to swear and it still happens.
This game is so hard to not
You
swear
keep
in.
dropping men from your cranium. How many guys you got in there? It's like a clown car. There's another one.
That one's Jeffrey.
Give him, yeah. Grumble. Oh, we got our dab back. It's not cold enough up here anymore. Look, Grumble, we can dab. Dab, 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 dab. Do a little dab dance. We can be dabogonal, a new term we've coined today, where you dab when you're diagonal. It's like diabolical, but not in a mean way. Look. Here's an example of minimal rampage dabogonality. Oh, we have serious story stuff, but I'm just thinking about the dabogonality. It's gonna like sounds like a textbook term. I remember discrete mathematics working through dabogonality and proving that. Hi, Nemo.
Okay, we'll keep the steam rolling for you. We're eating markers. I want the ones that you mix.
Dude, you think we have the budget for those kinds of markers? Did I clip that? You had the budget for that? Okay, we have an actual other banana appreciator here. Let's go. No one's got me, Vivi's got.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Birth is the day that I would say your birthday was the day that was for your birthday. Birth, 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 birth.
Oh my god. Solitary fart.
Thank you so much. Fangy, fangy, fangy. Fangy, fangy. I disconnected V-Bridger and like, look at this. Look at this creature. There's not a single thought behind these eyes. Like this does not think. This does not have a single thought. Like, what is it? Huh? It doesn't know anything. It doesn't know a damn thing. Boink. This creature has never known sentience or sapience. It simply doesn't think. Hey, do you think? Nah, I don't actually. Hey, what do you think about? I don't. I can't. It won't let me.
Hello, every sluggy. I am back. It is prisoner time. Yippee!
You're here.
Okay, we can just largely skip through this. We've done all this 5 trillion times. I couldn't leave now if I wanted to, I don't think. Actually, wait. Let's try. We usually get stopped here, though. Now that we've already done one path.
Fine. I suppose.
Turn around and leave.
Really keen on.
Continue down
Your
the path.
silence is deafening. But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path. Would you look at the...
Oh, wait a minute. This might just be going back to Stranger again, thinking on
right
it.
Now that you hand here at first, it's...
Oh yeah, no, we went to Stranger by accident. Let's not do that. Right, you have to do Stranger, and then it says, no, you can't just leave. Because you can't do the same thing twice.
You're
So,
on a path.
back here.
You're here.
Let's just go cabin. Cabin right meow.
You make your...
Cabin, cabin. Cabin knife. Kaboom, blade. Hello, gamer.
Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds
Very angry.
dangerous. It's almost as if she... Don't let it fool you.
I mean, you did
It's
bring a
all
knife.
part of the
You
manipulation.
brought a knife to a gunfight, effectively.
I think I'm here to kill you.
Just checking in on
Oh.
you.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about.
You walk down the stairs. She's so coldly focused on the task at hand.
And there you are.
Okay,
you here
we've
to
been
kill
very
me or
thoroughly
something?
over this. We've seen this route a little too many times. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife?
Look, Harry, don't you dare. It's fine.
Drop it, I guess? I'm trying to remember exactly how you get
Blade
prisoner.
tumbles out of your trembling hands, and
Thank you.
against your better judgment, you step forward to
It's
speak with the princess face to
fine.
face. Unarmed.
It's fine.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish.
Like, it's not actually
I
fine, but we can
assure
pretend
you
it's
there's no
fine as a
reasoning
treat.
with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, that's awkward. Anyways.
Oh, have you decided?
You know.
Examine the chains. Because if we just leave, I think that gives us nightmare.
Oh, you have to. You walk up to the chain. They're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful.
Also,
However, lock
you
the
still have to
princess away
appreciate,
down
like,
here,
all of the
intended for her to
princess's
never
dialogue
see
is
the
literally
light of
just
day.
one
They
person.
would have just
And
had
she
to
has
keep her
such
chained somewhere in the
good vocal range. Like, every single route feels, at least to some extent, pretty damn distinct, and it goes all over the damn place. Like, you have Apotheosis, you have Witch, you have, like, Super Damsel that we just did. Although I don't know what her actual name is. It just said the epilogue. Like, it usually says the name of the princess, but that was just the epilogue, unless the name of the princess is ironically the epilogue. Let's just go upstairs.
I'll be here.
Get this over with.
You attempt to make someone else.
Bottom of stairs.
You make it easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam, the knife.
You won't lie.
Well, time to save her. Yippee!
Against your better judgment, you place the blade
Her
against
eyes
the
become
princess's
extra
arm.
anime for no reason. It's like, oh, you're cutting me free? Thank you, I say with the most gigantic pair of eyes there ever was. It's like, my eyes are up here. It's like, yeah, your eyes are bigger than your chest. It's a little unnerving.
You cut into her flesh.
Okay, let's get past all the bone crunching, maybe.
Quick work of it. If she
We've seen it
didn't so
enough.
much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, how is she so composed after...
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that.
Get
The stakes
possessed
of the
again.
princess approaches the bottom. Wait, this isn't watch me.
Resist again.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me.
I'll resist you literally forever if I could, but you're pretty damn stubborn.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Yippee! We love throat slitting. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches.
But we can't just keep doing the damsel ending all over and over and over again. That's not how this game works.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Prisoner 2! Which will hopefully get us to Prisoner 3.
You're here to...
Okay, cabin go. We've been here before.
A warning. She will
We've
yes,
been here.
yes,
Oh
don't
yeah,
be a
there's
word she
Skeptic.
says. Just go in.
Oh yeah, no, I do like Skeptic.
What you're supposed to.
I can appreciate Skeptic a bit. Also, the fact that he just actually just says wink is very amusing.
Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the better ones. The Cole... Oh yeah, like... The Broken's the worst one. Not a big fan of the Opportunist. The Smitten, especially after that last bullshit, definitely further down the list.
Just ignore this clown and focus on...
The... God. The Contrarian, though, is definitely... Maybe not top, but definitely near the top. All of his stuff is usually one of the more fun routes. Usually.
The interior of the cabin is lesser, cozy wood.
And the Hunted's just all the routes where it's like, okay, maybe
A
not.
few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the
Actually, no,
cold,
that's not right.
uninviting stone wall. The only furniture... The
Because the Hunted's also in the Eye of the Needle, and the Eye of the Needle one's actually pretty interesting. Because it's just a, like, expansion of the adversary without turning into the Fury. Where you get to actually have a good fight, even though fighting to the death's not my thing. I can appreciate it. Okay, this is where we need to save. Let's try not taking the blade. Because we're not going for the gray. Gray is bad. We've done gray already. Well, not on stream, but we don't have time for that. So, enter the basement.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation.
Wait, what?
I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon. Are you sure? What if she...
Did he do this before?
turns it against
I could have sworn he could go down without the blade, even for prisoner. And that's how you got the shackle ending.
Yes.
That I got last time.
I'm sure. Turns it against you. She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it
Oh, wait,
against
no.
you.
Skeptic is
Give it
saying
to
not to take it, I think. Let me reread that. No. I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. Oh, right. Okay, so Skeptic was, okay.
Okay. I'm trusting you.
Hey, don't I get a say here? What's the big idea? Yeah, this seems different already.
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Like, I don't think this was forced on us the same way as before.
You do exactly that. Sweeping
Like,
the
I
blade from
swear,
the
like,
table
I'll have to
full
look at the
seam.
tapes, but I'm pretty sure we were able to go originally without the blade for prisoner.
Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving
Like, I'm trying to think, like, the damsel's logical extension into what we got with, like, the wedding chapel kind of thing was nice, but how is the prisoner going to expand logically? Because we got the skeptic here.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing her voice, harsh but controlled.
Is that a visitor I hear?
Let's see.
Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Would it be like an inverse where we're the ones who's prisoner somehow, maybe? I wonder.
I wonder what visitors.
Oh, wait, no. Bad. Right click just automatically brings you to that. Also, this face is still the funniest face in the game to me, arguably. Just look like she's like,
collar around her neck, clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts.
like
her
she's
hands
so
to her
done with this, and it's understandable considering the position she's stuck in. You know, without cutting off her head or something ridiculous.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose.
I don't think the chain's the solution to the new route, though, because that's what we did last time, and I don't see how they would change that like that.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that
Is
thing
there a
in my
way to
head.
get her out without removing her head, though? I think we need to sit with her, probably, because I feel like leaving her there will just lead to a Gray or Wraith situation. No? Maybe? I mean, we can just... I already quick-saved, right? Doesn't hurt to quick-save again just to be safe. So we are trying to go for the new route.
You step towards the princess, but she's.
There's fine.
Yep.
I'd prefer we.
That's reasonable.
Sit where you were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Somehow getting you out. We could just leave her, but what would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's.
Is there not a way to, like, do this without cutting her out literally?
But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh, please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to
Unless there's a
give
new
away
option, I
your
think we
only
have to let her
weapon.
take her head.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she
We'll
has
see.
planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. That doesn't sound great. There are none. The pros are that we can't
sure
trust
can't.
him. Possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with.
Okay, I'm not giving you a weapon, that other chair on the wall. I have much reason to trust you, so you have to trust me. Cut her out on your own. Leave. These all seem, I think, the same? I have as much reason to trust you as you have to distrust me. I mean, that's a start at least.
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first.
No, this is
And
the
it's
same.
not going to be me. I'm extremely patient.
It's probably better if we take.
Okay, let's see. I guess I don't see any other options that'll really help, because cutting out her on her own seems like a bad idea. Leaving her, I think, leads to Wraith, maybe, and slaying her obviously leads to maybe Drowned Grey, if I remember right, so I guess we'll give her the knife again and see if something changes after this.
Slide it over.
And maybe skip through this because it's very, very...
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
Do you think this will work? Interesting that you're only having us remain in place. It's almost like there are very real limits to your power.
Boy, are
I
there
don't know what you're talking
limits.
about. The world ends if we fail, right? Her killing us might not be our only failure state, if you catch my meaning.
Which is weird, because killing her and not killing her, like, he's not a... Ironically, it was not actually a full-on failure state if we just let her just stay in there forever like we tried last time. And by tried, I mean the Smitten tried, but...
I don't know where you're going with this. Yes, explain it.
Sure. I'm insinuating that we could kill ourselves.
Wait,
Ruin this whole
was that an option last time?
You wouldn't. I'm not afraid of dying.
I don't... This might be the new thing.
A little.
You got your point across.
Fine. You
Or
slide
never
the
mind.
blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling...
No.
Thanks.
She pulls up her head, smiling slightly,
Yippee!
as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing?
Going right at it. Going right at it. Watch an uneasy silence. Yippee!
I'll be damned.
Yeah, she is.
So killing herself?
She isn't dead yet.
Finally.
The snapping, the snapping, the
She
snapping.
remains motion her head.
Okay,
twists
we're
the
good.
remaining
We got
tissue
it.
is not enough to
Gucci,
hold the weight of her
understandable.
severed head.
Yeah.
It stretches and tears until finally... Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? The princess's
Can't
eye.
put that back.
I hate... Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved.
Now hold on.
I don't have an angle.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind
Like, this so far is proceeding unhappy stemming uncomfortableness. Yeah, the bone snapping sounds aren't great.
Past, and now we can all relax and...
Like, ironically, the severed head itself isn't that bothersome, it's the act of cutting it off that is. Take her with you. Yippee!
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's Did you see that? She didn't. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why... You open the
No,
cabin
this
door,
seems
ready
the
to
same
return
as
to a world
before.
saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
Okay, so far so good. Maybe?
This is the
No,
end of the
because this
world,
looks like it's
isn't it?
leading to the long
I always
quiet
thought I'd at
again.
least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already over.
But we're still here.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take
Okay,
it on
this
faith, but
is
so, this is the outside.
not helpful.
Maybe it's
So, nope. Okay then. Ow! Who bonking me? Okay, let's see. Is leave her in the basement the new option, maybe? I never...
If by divine will, just as
Nope,
you finish
there
the
it is.
thought,
Okay, maybe we had to
the
try to leave
doors
first and then we
I'm
get
afraid
something
you won't be
else.
leaving until the task is
That might be
finished.
the key point here.
Doesn't matter how many chains she's in, without your intervention, she'll find a way out eventually.
Still can't get over her face here, just...
That's not fair. Unless you deal with her right here, right now. Huh.
Okay.
So it's not...
How surprising. They locked you down here too.
Boy, did they. Slaying her again will probably just lead to Drowned Grey again, so that definitely can't be it. Very tsundere pout. For real.
Too close, holding up.
There's fine.
That's reasonable.
Let's see. Sit where you're told to sit.
You do as she asks.
Thank you.
Slay the princess. Don't have much of a choice. I feel like slaying her will lead back to gray again, but we can try it.
Sorry doesn't cut it. I am not a damsel to be helplessly murdered.
As you move to...
Yeah, we've done this. So we can... Maybe if I drop it here, but that'll probably lead to something different then.
As your weapon falls pathetically to the floor, the princess releases you from her stranglehold, shoving you away with a swift kick. Your hands test the bruised flesh of your neck as you regain your senses, watching with a dazed expression as the princess snatches up the
This might
blade.
be actually new, hard to tell.
I'm
And we had the
going
option to
pretend for
drop it
both our
before.
sakes that this was a round of make-believe. A trick
Oh
to
right,
get
she's
me
gonna
what
cut
I
her
needed
head
to
off
get us
again
out of here.
though.
That wasn't a trick. I'd have known if it were a trick. You just didn't have the guts to see things through and save the world. Or maybe we outwitted you. Who's to say?
But I wouldn't try anything else if I were you. Don't push your luck.
She pulls up her
Okay,
head.
yep. We've seen this. Skipping. Let's just look
Close your
away.
eyes. That can't be
Oh wait, yeah, no, we can still hear it when we do that.
We don't. And then there is... This is... Yet. Finally, I think you can open your eyes now.
Oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back?
The princess's eyes stare...
Wait, why is it scraping so much more now?
What a way to go. I hate... Of course, the princess...
Okay.
No.
Take the princess with you. I think this is just retreading the same ground. Yep, okay. What is the difference here? Am I forgetting something?
As if by
Maybe sit closer?
Do you think this is a game? Do you think these chains take away my say in things?
As you move
Hi.
towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists. In an instant, they're around your
Okay,
neck,
so we
both
just
of you
basically
drop into
skipped
the
over to
ground
here
as she
instead.
pulls them taut, bracing her body. The metal chains constrict around your window.
Drop the knife or you die.
What is she doing? I can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. She doesn't have much agency here. Would we have trusted her if the roles were reversed?
I like you, Skeptic. You understand.
I don't know. How about we think about the nuances of interpersonal relationships when we're not being strangled? How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangling...
Okay, well, let's try dropping it after doing it like that.
As your weapon falls
Like,
back,
one of
your
these
hands
has to be
test the
different.
bruised flesh of your neck as you regain your senses. She pulls up her...
Fine. Do. There we go. Maybe just leave instead. But I thought we did that too before. Open the door and get reward.
You open the cabin door. Only a world saved from... You don't have to act surprised.
We've already done this. Hoping you get a better word for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. Time
Oh
passes,
wait, this
decades.
is... Right, this is a version of the good ending. Quote-unquote good ending.
We still suggest...
Because if we do this, I'm positive that's good ending. But if we slay ourselves, I think this leads to gray.
That's all we need. Raid collapsed. Yeah.
No, the cage? That's new. This is new. This is new. This is new.
You're on a
This
path
is very new.
Chains everywhere. This is different. This is new.
So it's the way we did it went to cage instead of gray. Good to know. Because this definitely wasn't in the original. So we're going to make a save here. So we figured out the way. It was just very weird. Because this normally would lead to drowned gray. I'm pretty positive. Like, there wasn't, like, a big, like, massive change like there was with the damsel, for example, where, like, the smitten took over. This was just the exact same thing. It just led to a different outcome. Which is kind of annoying that they didn't make it more clear, but whatever. So we'll put that over here.
It's worse is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
We're finally starting to see reality for what it is. This place is a prison. She's not the only inmate. You're acting like reality is this...
And we have paranoid.
...thing. But this world is constantly changing around us. How can you
I like
be so
paranoid.
sure that you aren't breathing the prison into existence?
We kind of are.
Feeling the walls closing in on you. That's exactly what they do.
The paranoid is very intuitive on how the world works. Like, he's one of the best voices easily.
What a crock of pretentious bullshit. Reality is as solid as the ground beneath our feet. And if we just examine it, if we apply enough scientific rigor, if we think hard enough, we'll find a way out of here for good. Don't you see?
That only works on some
We're
routes, silly
already
skeptic.
making progress. And what if looking at it is enough to make it change? Where does that leave us? It leaves you exactly where you are right now, and presumably exactly where you've been before.
I also like that he's just dropping the pretense already of like, yeah, no.
I'll spare you my full introduction since you've clearly already heard it at least once, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities and not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
Should we talk about how we still have the blade? We never start with the... Wait, we starting with the blade? Interesting. I don't even think in the hypothesis route you start with it, do you? Do you? Yeah, no, because I think... Yeah, because the blade comes flying out from like a pile of rubble or something. So yeah, no, this is definitely different.
Huh. I hadn't actually noticed. Holding it's starting to feel natural, isn't it? Of course it feels natural. We've had it with us every time. We've made it part of us.
Rules of nature! Cycle of violence. Yippee!
Don't be weird. It's just a tool, not some mystical object. Though starting with it feels like an indication that we're on the right track.
I wouldn't call it the right track. I much preferred the one where we almost got bored to death but then left. That one was cute. This one's not going to be cute.
You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin. Oh well, I suppose that doesn't make much sense anyway. It's better if you start with a weapon, so
Like
this
this
is
one's probably going to
for
get
the
pretty
best.
dark. Yeah, are you sure we even need a Slayer? She cut her own head off last time.
She what? Why would she ever do that? She's not supposed to be suicidal. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. More importantly, if she did cut her own head off, why are you here? You shouldn't have died. You should be enjoying your reward.
Well, about that...
We killed ourselves, obviously. You were insisting that we were happy, but we knew we weren't. We could see right through you. Yeah, what he said. We weren't about to be stuck somewhere being fed non-stop bullshit forever. We want answers. We weren't gonna find them in your fake little paradise.
And yeah, no, I did try this when I was doing my 100% of the original, like, routes and stuff. And yeah, if you just, like, let yourself stay there even after doing Prisoner, it does count as a good ending. Like, you still get the hooray! And, like, the silly crayon drawing.
There are no answers to find. If she was dead, then that was it. That was the solution. All you managed to do was reset the board. And you put the pieces back all wrong while you were at it. This is probably worse for
Oh, and it's definitely gonna be worse. It's definitely gonna be worse.
Ha! So there is a board. Well, what's done is done and you're here now. There's no use arguing. Just get to the cabin and settle this. Try not to kill yourself this time.
I think we're gonna have to kill her, Riley. I don't think we're gonna have much of a choice this particular route. Oh, am I allowed to just do that? Can I just toss the weapon in the woods, be contrarian as a treat?
Are you serious? The blade is your implement.
Ah,
You're
dang
going
it.
to need if you want to do things right. We can't toss it. It's the only way we can protect ourselves. It's an extension of us, and we shouldn't go around throwing our pieces away. He's right. Weird, but right. Don't.
Okay, I didn't think I'd get the chance or the choice. Or... what if I tried anyways?
Are you even listening to me? Does my opinion count for nothing? We're never
I had a
getting out
feeling.
of here if you don't listen. I'm intervening. We're not tossing the blade.
Or, I'm in charge and I say we're tossing the blade. You had your chance last time, and we all saw how that worked out for us.
Too bad. This is a mutiny. Hey, you can't just do that. We're not supposed to be able to make our own decisions.
You know, except when they do, which is often.
Yeah? Well, I did it last time. What if I stop you? Maybe I can make choices too. Good luck with that. I've got backup this time, haven't I? Yeah, alliance of convenience. We're not throwing it away. It's important.
Good to know. I mean, the voices do take over on some of the routes, so this isn't that surprising.
Hey, what are you... Are you serious? That's no fair.
I mean, the reason we got to the quote-unquote epilogue or Damsel Chapter 3 is because Smitten took over and literally ripped out our own beating heart effectively.
Sorry. Has to be done.
Seriously, not letting me toss it real mature. When this goes sideways, it's on the two of you. Fine, then I guess we're keeping. I like the way that sometimes it also just gives you like a bunch of grayed out stuff that you cannot choose. Voices take the wheel, rip it from my hands. Fine, I guess we're keeping it.
Great. Was that so hard? We need to keep our wits sharp.
Not to mention we've already had so much violence this route, it's not surprising at this point. Admittedly, the first one is literally we took the blade at all and got our throats slit, but still.
Yes, you've made the right choice. The blade is the only control we have in this world.
And as much as I dislike the blade, he's not wrong. Like, the blade in pretty much every single route, almost every single one, gives you more options. Which is fucked up, but true. At least in the game.
Yes, great. Now, will you get to the cabin already? In case you've forgotten, the princess, the fate of the entire world, etc.
Like, I tried to get along with the witch, for example, on my first run through, like last week when we did this. And I couldn't get the thorn route because I didn't take the blade. Even though the thorn route is ironically probably the best route to take there, in my opinion. Because the wild's kind of just, eh. And obviously, both of us dying is definitely not good either. Wait a minute, can't I just leave on this route? I'm done with this, bye!
Are you serious? Fine.
Can we actually There's no way we can do
See
Stranger
how that
like
goes
this.
for you.
There's no way we can do Stranger like this. We're already too deep in.
Wait, something isn't
Wait,
right.
what?
Can you still hear me? Everything is getting fuzzy.
Huh?
What's
That
going
actually
on?
worked.
Where are we?
But we didn't even find a princess yet.
Did we do this? Is this the end of the world?
That's
Was there ever even a world?
interesting. Huh?
Hasn't it? We finally cracked.
The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet again. Memory returns. A distant... Oh, this is the anger ending, isn't it? I already know what dwells in the empty spaces. Yep, okay. Yeah, it's this one. The one where it's like, I'm unfinished. Get the hell out of here. So yeah, we're not doing that. Ow, we've already done that. Like, I already went through that entire process. Okay.
Are you...
Toss weapon. Try to toss weapon, because I feel like this is maybe important to a possible ending, if we at least attempt it. Okay, no way out but through. Let's go see her.
You stand
Oh,
on the edge of a cliff,
that's ominous as
and
hell.
abyss yawns beneath you, empty and endless.
I don't like how that bridge is
only
just
path
like a
forward,
one-way trip,
a
it looks
rusted
like.
metal bridge. The cabin looms on its far side. I think you already know what waits for you within. It's like the world itself doesn't want us to reach her.
I'm pretty sure it's somebody's bondage fetish. Let's be real here.
There's nothing to find out here. Time to check in with the missus. I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that.
Oh, I don't like that. How you're saying that.
Every
Oh!
surface of the cabin is draped in chains. The air filled with
no
the mock
kidding.
birdsong of metallic clinks. Where there should be walls, you can see only endless ropes of metal, with hooks dangling from their ends. A fitting cage for a monster.
Cage is an
destined
understatement.
To end the world. There's nothing for you to do but step forward into the basement.
Okay.
You already have your weapon. Your objective awaits. And how are we supposed to get to the basement? I don't see a way down. Well, what mirror? There is no mirror. The only thing of note here is the door to the basement. It clearly serves some purpose, but what? Is there something about us we're supposed to see?
Okay, this is pretty normal so far, besides the chains.
Distraction. Something. Can we please stop talking?
The usual mere talk.
Step out onto the floor. Or what should have been a floor. should have been. Yes, unfortunately, you realize too late that there
Oh.
is no floor beneath the metal. There is only a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space. An unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting
Well, that's a
through.
fast way to get to a basement, I guess.
Nothing's solid here, is it? It's all just a shifting mass waiting for us
Oh,
to...
those chains have hooks. I don't like that.
Your fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin, their hooks digging into your muscle.
Not a fan.
You find yourself suspended.
Oh,
in what
definitely
appears
not
to
a
be
fan.
A vast, dark space. The glinting of yet more chains merely hinting at its full dimensions. You dangle a few feet.
At least there is a floor.
Bare concrete floor.
There's like one tiny positive to all of this awful mutilation going on.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Implying we could even get out of this.
As your eyes adjust to your new surroundings, you make out a figure standing.
I don't like being a fish, thank you.
She watches you with the stillness of...
I mean, okay, let's be honest. I guess I am technically fish aligned, but I don't want to have hooks in me, damn it.
Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let observation give us an advantage.
I don't think we have any advantage here. We're thoroughly cooked. Okay. Yeah, why'd you cut your head off? Pretty good question to ask.
But you are met with only silence, save for the creaks and groans of metal as it sways in the stale
The fact that we
air
can't see her
around.
face is pretty disturbing.
Hooks slowly shift in your skin, the pain coming in waves as you continue to dangle helplessly.
What if the chains don't have to be real? What if they aren't real?
God, that would be nice if that worked.
They feel plenty real to me. Yeah, it would be nice if we could just tell ourselves...
It works in other routes.
In all our joints,
It works in
and
other
they
routes, I mean.
magically go away.
But it is Skeptic we're talking about.
Well, maybe wishful thinking is what we need. Maybe they're real, but maybe we can cut through them.
It's worth a try.
I don't think she's going to answer, but we can try. Sorry about last time. Oh, God! Oh, that's where your head
As
went.
she does so, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing at your flesh.
Oh, boy.
Your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you. As your vision comes back into focus, your eyes fall on the body of the princess.
That adds up.
Finally emerged from the shadows.
That makes sense.
The body of the princess is a weird way
Not
to describe a person.
But not inaccurate.
It's only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage. The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter.
So you might be upset that we just left you down here after you cut your head off. Attempt to cut yourself free. I doubt this is gonna work.
You try to move your arm, but the hooks buried deep in your wrist and elbow keep you firmly, painfully in place. You do your best to rotate the knife in your palm, but it only clinks against the metal chain, unable to do so much as leave a scratch. The body takes another step towards you, the chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
Oh, that's sad.
I don't want to die like this. I don't want to die like this. Somebody do something before she kills us. Please. We're stuck here. What are any of us supposed to do? Reason with her? I don't think she's acting rationally. I think she's lost it. This was all doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Dropping the blade. Never stopped. You're choosing violence. What do you mean you're just a washer? You cut your own head off last time you made that decision. Talking about your body if it's a separate part of you. That's a good question, actually. Frowning in sadness. Yeah, it ain't great.
That's what I used to think. But time alone has taught me the truth. I'm not my body. I'm just the thing that watches it. There's so much pain that comes from tricking yourself into thinking you have a choice. But none of us have choices. And knowing that has made me feel so... free. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again.
You come to me, knife in hand.
The body steps forward. The pressure on your limbs is becoming unbearable.
That just looks... We've gone past the point of that looks infected and just... Oh!
You give me your implement.
The pressure is finally too much. Your fist unfolds as your joints swell with trapped blood, and your pristine blade tumbles helplessly to the ground.
I cut myself free.
She's not insane, is she? No, she's just right. It's all been the same.
Poor paranoid.
The whole time, it's all been the same. We never had a say.
That is a lie. I could have just not taken the knife, at least that first couple times. This is deeply ironic. You're setting me up to fail. I can't make real choices strung up like this, and you're refusing to make any choices at all. Like, none of these are good arguments. Like, this is the closest thing to anything resembling an argument. I thought you were dead.
That is what I wanted, but you didn't do it. And I don't think you could have done it. The walls are what the walls are. So give in with me. None of this is up to us.
She steps forward yet again, and the chains dig into you.
Like, I don't think there's a single good ending to this. There might be, but I'm not going to go explore on stream. We don't have that kind of time, sadly. That is up for you to play yourself.
How many times will we have to do this? I'm tired.
This is all getting so predictable, isn't it? Pop.
You're falling, the world is spinning, and then you hit the ground. Your body light in a way that is sickeningly wrong, and roll to a stop. The sound of rattling chains and a heavy thud as the rest of what was once you falls to the ground somewhere nearby. You're unable to take action, unable to defend yourself, unable to even look around as the princess's body steps towards you, one slow, rhythmic step after another. It stoops down to pick you up and then... Wait, what? How? A shadow rises behind the body, blade glinting.
And now, the cut.
Literally, how? It strikes and it strikes true and the body drops its cage in pain. They descend on each other in a maelstrom of chains and hooks and feathers and blood, fighting their way deeper into the shadows until all you're left to witness are the sounds of violence. Did our body take up its own will as well?
See? You only ever thought you were in control. Isn't it so much nicer to let go?
Also, this is the first time you actually see, like, a full-ass feather, I think. Even if it's only, like, the shadow of one. That's definitely a wing. Did we break the pattern of that? It doesn't feel like it.
Huh. I guess you're right. Pattern must be wrong then. Maybe if we keep watching, we'll figure it out. And we've got nothing else to do but watch.
And so you and the princess watch as your... Yeah, no, you're... Wow, this is the most of the actual, like, Long Quiet's body we've ever seen. He actually looks pretty damn cool. Like, look at that. You never actually see his bottom half, really. Huh. And so you and the princess watch as your bodies weave in and out of the shadows, performing their lethal dance.
Look at us go. Aren't we beautiful?
The movement is gorgeous, primal, uninhibited. Steel crashing against steel and flesh rolling off of flesh.
It's all going to come to a head soon. Head.
Why is that funny as it is? It shouldn't be funny, but maybe I just also have a morbid sense of humor at this point. What? No head? Ow. Waka waka. Oh. And at last the climax plays out. Your body, wreathed in chains and shadows, makes its final move. But so does hers. Chains shatter spine and blade pierces heart.
I guess I'll see you next time.
Ow. Okay, I deserve that. Both hers and yours collapse, their dance complete. Blood drips from the princess's mouth and she coughs.
It's cold, but that's always been us, hasn't it? Cold isn't bad.
Yay, toxic Yuri! Yeah, no, I definitely like the damsel extension a lot more. This one was just sad. Not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. Time to leave. Oh, we don't even have the voices with us on this one. Like, they're gone. They have... Oh, because the voices are probably stuck with the body still! That would make sense. Also, what was that achievement? I didn't get the chance to actually see it. Because I was too busy being like, oh no! Oh, wait, did I just... Steam? You can work with me. Come on. No exits. Remain stuck between the walls of a pattern in a steely cage. Which is ironic, because the one with the Wraith is also called No Exits, so they kind of did an oopsie and made the same achievement name twice. Yeah, no, Damsel's one is very sweet. Like, I might like the Damsel one better than the Thorn one, even if it is way less realistic. Because the Thorn one is incredibly realistic, but not as sweet. But still pretty damn sweet, because it's the only one where you get to kiss her, ironically. Gaze to reflection. You've grown. Yippee! Think you've realized why he's in my favorite? Or why hers is my favorite? Yeah. I can see why. Like, the damsel route is definitely, like, a cute ideal, but realistically it's probably more likely to be Thorn, because, like, you will eventually end up hurting each other, and you will have to forgive each other at some point in any, like, long-lasting relationship. As much as I love the damsel, the world sadly doesn't usually work that way.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets whenever you are ready.
Okay, so what do you think of this one? Or do I have to answer? I think I have to answer. Wait, there we go. Thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a body that convinced herself she was only a set of eyes. She will make for a watchful heart. Do not mourn her. She is now what she wished that she could be.
Okay, in that case, bye-bye.
I will long for
Because we've already done the rest of this like a billion times over. And I've got an hour and a half. Oh boy, I need to get to Spectre fast.
You're on a path in the woods, and you're here.
Okay, do. Cabin, go.
You make your way.
Cabin, go. We want Spectre? Yeah, Spectre. So I'm pretty sure it's stab her, kill her, walk out, and then stab myself.
You take.
Downstairs.
You're still listening.
Steel nerves. Kill! Of course it is. She's dead.
Yes.
Leave.
You
But then we
open the
can't
cabin door.
because...
Only
Long quiet. That's bullshit.
what's done is done. This is what...
Hell no, how do we get out
do.
here? Anything to get out of this hell.
I made this happy little place.
Okay,
for
bye,
you.
bye.
Fine.
Wait.
Whatever.
Oh,
For the
wait.
first time since time stopped me,
Oh,
the
wait. No, we're
princess's
still on
body
Spectre.
is
We're still on
dust and
Spectre.
bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Yippee!
The end. Nice knowing you.
So I never got Spectre on stream, so we should probably at least... And I'll have to suss out how we actually do Spectre properly. For the new ending.
A warning.
Oh yeah, because we have Cold now, too. Also, I really like Spectre. I don't like the method of getting Spectre, but Spectre herself is very entertaining. We're definitely not trying to kill her this time. We're trying to get a happier ending. At least I hope the ending is happier. So no blade.
The door to the basement, the room below. Nobody's here. As much as I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step,
There
the
she
form of the princess
is.
comes into
Very
view.
dead. Totally dead.
Skeletal body lying in a heap. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought,
There she
the top of a head
is.
appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare
She's
up
so
at you,
cute.
followed by
It's
a
really
mischievous
unfortunate that you have to literally just kill her in cold blood to get this one, though.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost! Oh. Wow.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again.
Also, her voice may or may not give me tingles a little bit as a treat. It's a nice voice, is all I'm saying.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she...
Oh, no, we're not saving quite yet.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy...
I'm just saying, I might have a thing for ghosts, shut up! But yes, very base. I'm glad you agree.
So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again.
Or we could not do that. Let's be nice to
You don't
her,
even
maybe.
need a blade.
You already killed her
She
once.
looks fragile enough to me.
Actually, wait. I don't think we had the chance to grab her last time. This might be the change, as long as we don't kill her. I don't want to actually kill. I just want to, like, hold her hand, maybe.
Before she can suspect a thing, you lunge forward and grab her arm.
Well, so many of her tones and how her voice carries, but then again, you've always rattling your cage for a woman. Yeah! Feral over women, understandable. Very based.
You feel substance for the briefest of moments, but then you feel nothing at all. As though all you've done is clutch at empty air.
Oh, but she's no longer in shackles, I think.
You're adorable when you're confused.
Yeah, no, that voice totally works on me.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
Also, very understandable.
Why are you even here? Just making
Maybe,
sure you
wait,
finished
did I ever
eating
come
up,
here without
or
a knife?
what?
Is this even actually different? Let's see. But yes, good question. I died, I'm not a ghost.
You don't look dead, Killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
Not yet.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
Like, I don't know why, she's just really damn adorable. Even if, again, the method is not one I approve of.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are. and a lot more interested in what you are. I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here. I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us?
Because you could either choose to kill her, get possessed, or... So how is this going to change?
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face.
I feel like we probably need to get possessed for the new ending in some way and then do something different, maybe?
Her dead so bad.
Because we don't want Wraith. Wraith is bad. We don't want that.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path. Yeah, what happens after you leave this place? Told you to enter the world.
God, you just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over.
That's okay. I'm normally hot-blooded. I'm okay with this arrangement. Let's go hold hands.
He's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
Let's see. Obviously it was wrong of me to believe that. How could you have ended the world if all it took to kill you was a knife to the heart?
So there really was a last time, and you really did manage to slay her. I would have liked to think I was the first, but there's no point living in denial. The first, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this. Don't underestimate your own capabilities. If you truly manage to...
Yeah, I could kill her again. I don't want to.
A misspoken word could bring about...
I didn't really want to in the first place, honestly.
Or even the mere existence of an idea. You were chosen for this job for a reason.
That's right, killer. I'm not a threat to anyone. And even if I was, I'm hardly a threat anymore, wouldn't you say?
I mean, you could be. Lord knows Wraith is definitely... Woo. What are you going to do if I help you get out of here?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt. Maybe I'll haunt you.
I'd be okay with that. I mean, what? Nothing? At the same time, though, again, the fact that we have to kill her in the first place, we're kind of making a little too much light of it, arguably, but that's just how the game goes.
It's a tough question, asking someone what she's going to do with her life.
The princess leans in close and pauses, the frigid air between you stale and unmoving.
But then again, this is also somewhat realistic because there are people, you will hurt them, and they're like, oh, I forgive you. And I have done that myself, and it usually doesn't end well. Also, thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate it.
Especially when that someone is dead.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
I don't think most living people could answer that, either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want?
Within reason. Didn't answer the question. Do you want to end the world?
The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
Even if you don't want to end it, does letting you out of here mean the world is going to end?
It does. We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech.
Boy, have we heard a speech. And yeah, no, she's a really good one.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise.
Kind of like how I like the Witch in Thornpaths too, it's just you have to stab her in the back for that, even if it's not intentional. Which I guess you could also argue is a metaphor, but still. Because I remember last time I was like, you know what if I just don't stab her again? It's like, no, you have to. That other path is blocked off.
The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's home, I think. But what does it mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't. And you ended too. But here you are. And you don't even look any different. I'm not so sure endings are real.
Well, were you going to end the world?
I don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave.
Okay, leave it at that. Do you know why you came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me. All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Sorry to kill you last time.
Too little, too late. But you can still make things right.
She's not in a position to bargain with us. You don't have to do anything you don't want to.
We don't have to do anything, but maybe we should. We did kill her. Wouldn't it be the moral thing to help her now that we have another chance? When a hero slays a monster, does he apologize to it?
Depending on the circumstances.
No. So don't try to make things right. She was going to end the world. You didn't do anything wrong, aside from apparently killing yourself, and that doesn't have much to do with her.
Okay. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? Because I did that and it wouldn't be hard to do it again. But no, I'd want if I haven't talked to you, I wouldn't slaying you. Wow, there's a lot more dialogue here than I remember there being. Teleported. Wasn't in the woods anymore. Had to kill myself to escape.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathizing with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it? She doesn't mean it.
It serves you right. I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest.
It sounds like you got exactly what you were owed.
Understandably a little vindictive.
I wish that's how it worked.
And she already mentioned that she can't leave. Wait, when did she ever threaten us? Oh, right, because we had the knife.
Well, yeah. You brought a knife with you. Was I supposed to just welcome you with open arms when you obviously had stabbing on the mind?
That knife could have been for anything.
It could have, but it wasn't. You can't blame me for threatening a would-be knife-wielding murderer. Especially when that would-be knife-wielding murderer became an actual knife-wielding murderer.
Let's see, retrieve the blade, leave from the basement, grab the princess, but try harder. Because I don't think we had this option before. This might be it.
You attempt once more to seize the princess, and once more you grip only cold, empty air as she disappears.
Really?
Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room.
I feel like this is just the same thing as trying to stab her, though. Which means we're about to have a very big problem very fast.
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, killer. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here. Together. All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back
Yeah, we've
home.
probably done goofed.
Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow.
But I guess violence is the only language you speak.
She forces her hand.
Yep.
Yes? Nothing happens. Are you?
Okay, we've been here, we've done this. I
do
think
your best
this
to
is
pull
definitely
away.
not the way to get to
It's
the
as
new
if her
thing,
arm-
but
Leaving so soon.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next. But it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you,
Yep, this is
taking
probably
everything
Wraith.
I own, starting with your body. If you don't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. Pity we don't have a weapon. Your last moments are spent a helpless witness as she rips her hand from your chest, holding your still beating heart in her clenched fist. Look, it's ours.
See you soon, killer.
She crushes it, blood and ruined vascular tissue leaking.
yeah, this
from
is almost
between her
certainly
fingers,
Wraith.
dribbling unceremoniously to the floor. Everything goes dark.
So that's definitely not the
And
branch.
you die.
At least I don't think. Yep, that's Wraith. We're not doing Wraith. Been there, done that. I guess. Didn't I already answer this?
Are we putting this to a vote? Because personally, I'd prefer if we didn't die again.
If that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But I don't see the point of offing ourselves just yet.
Oh, that's sweet of you to offer. But killing
Maybe
yourself
this is the
won't help
difference.
either of us.
Been there, done that, love reliever. I'm trying to see if there's a better and like there should be a different ending. Whether it's a better ending, we'll have to see. But there should be a different ending.
It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except for you. I shouldn't have to tell you that you shouldn't kill yourself. So please, try to keep your suicidal tendencies in check.
Like I said, I just want to go home.
Okay. Didn't I already ask this?
You poor thing.
You know, after all, she does.
It serves you.
Yeah,
right.
we already did this one.
It sounds like you got exactly what you were owed.
We could always try violence.
Let's not do
She's a
violence.
ghost who says ghosts are immune to violence. Common sense? There's nothing common or sensible about common sense. Action and observation are the
So the damsel one was pretty easy to figure out. The prisoner one was weird because it was literally just drowned gray, but not drowned gray for some reason.
Fine.
So this
Then
one's a
let me
little hard to suss
observe
out.
That the acts of killing her and killing ourselves haven't got us much of anywhere. We're still back in this cabin. We're still dealing with her. Only now she has a
Because
good reason
possession
to hate
usually just means you either leave with her, or you try to kill her once you get back upstairs and she becomes a wraith.
I suppose you have a point. I don't know. Maybe we do what she wants. Maybe we let her possess us and walk out of here.
Hard to tell.
We could. It would be something different. I like different. Absolutely not. If you walk her out of here, she's gone. Is that really so? Yes, it is. But those are the only options, aren't they? Violence or.
But there's a third option somewhere in here,
Or
to
just
some
leaving her
extent.
down here. Though ignoring a problem is rarely a solution, is it?
Let's see. Because we've tried grabbing. Grabbing's bad. I don't think we can literally leave if we wanted to.
This isn't a solution. Nobody wins here.
You're...
Oh. She's
Uh-oh.
upset,
I don't think
isn't she?
This might be new, actually.
You're abandoning me here?
That's not what I wanted, but it might be the third route.
It would seem so, yes.
After everything you've done to me, you've chosen to do more?
Not feeling good about it, but...
The princess starts to float erratically from side to side, her cold exterior melting away.
But If I just leave me, then I'm really just going to be stuck here forever. That there's nothing I can do. It's just going to go on.
I don't like this, but this might be it.
No, not that.
She's about to try something. Get ready. The princess passes through you, a chill rippling along your skin, a disappointed sigh echoing in your ears. You turn and face
Oh wait,
her
nope.
as she spectral.
I think she's just killing us again.
Her dark-rimmed eye.
I never wanted to have to hurt anyone.
Yeah, I think we just gone back to Wraith. Yep, back to Wraith. We don't want Wraith. Wraith is bad. Let's see. I guess we can let her possess us? Like, that usually just goes to the regular Spectre ending, though. Oh well, we'll try it.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a
Man, I hate it when my future wife kills me. At least you have a future wife to kill. No.
Thanks for the body, killer.
She is cute, though. I'll give her that. Even if we did literally kill her
Don't
once.
just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
Yippee! She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart.
I'm perfectly good.
Your mind
I just probably don't have a future wife.
it
So it doesn't matter if my quote-unquote future wife kills me because it can't happen because it's not real. Ha ha! I win. By doing nothing.
I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
It'll be fine.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now.
It's just a little
The numbness gives
crunchy.
way to a stabbing pain. Your muscles, you collapse to the floor.
Get up. You've still got a job to do.
Get up, we still got a city to burn.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Yeah, he sucks.
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor? Are they also supposed to
The
be
fact
yours?
that she can see him as he is pretty amazing.
Hey, I'm not a shard of
There are lots of shards of broken glass. Yeah, no, the noises aren't great.
Yeah? Go on. Finish the thought. What are you?
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
Do you have to deal with this annoying bickering all the time?
Yeah, no, they did very good with the sounds.
No,
Which is why I'm not doing the Beast again anytime soon, because the sounds there were especially awful.
Raises some questions about certain other voices in it.
Especially the melting part.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
Hopefully they'll all go away once we leave this place. I don't know how you can tolerate all of this noise.
No, I'm not
It's
talking
11.
about you, I'm talking about him.
You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
You're not even a person. Get out of
So
here.
you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
She's so sassy.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
Oh, shut up. Stop trying to manipulate everyone. Or don't, actually. It doesn't really matter. Because you won't be around to do this for much longer.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
It's fine. Let's see. Let's make another save here just in case.
Then don't think. Just move.
One way or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
Oh,
I guess
he
we'll
usually
just have to
does.
see what happens when we leave. But if I'm stuck in here, I'll be making some renovations. It's too crowded.
Leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the...
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's
And also we are
exactly what
rapidly
leaving
running
this
out of
place is
time,
going to
so
be.
I want to get to the actual new part. I might not even get to finish all this. We might just get to see the Spectre, and that's it, sadly.
You don't know that.
So I didn't think it would take quite this long. Since the opening parts we can usually just go through faster, usually.
Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
So I was like, you know what, 4 hours is enough time, and boy was I wrong, maybe.
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
Technically correct.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues
Okay,
its
we still
ascent
have
up
the
the
blade.
stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
I'm pretty sure stabbing ourselves like this will just lead to Wraith as normal, but...
It's because he can't stop me. Why do you think he sent you here?
I hate to admit it, but she's not wrong. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine. This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically
I mean, technically,
terrible
weren't
decision a minute ago,
the princess
only one that could make that
and
happen.
the character originally, like, one entity? I thought that was, like, the whole point, is that he split them in two. This might be it, maybe. Because I think this is just regular Spectre ending.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
Finally! Finally!
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle. But you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over.
We're stalling, we're stalling, we're stalling.
Let's see what happens next. Shit.
No longer stalling.
But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then collapse to the ground. You and the princess, free from the confines of the cat.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure
So
this
we
is
did
just normal
say
Spectre ending.
But what about us? We're still... Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let's see if I'm stuck with you forever.
And then she leaves, and then she gets caught up. Still very cute, though. Definitely one of the better ones.
All's well that ends well, right? You lived up to your end of the bargain, so I'll live up to mine. Thanks.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where...
Yep, and that's normal. Okay, we don't want that. Can I take the blade
Reach
and
forward
not stab myself?
mindlessly take the blade from the table. What do you plan to do with it?
Will this?
Blade in hand, you continue slowly to the door. Your feet
I wonder.
like lead dragging a...
Finally!
Okay, this is still
You
normal.
lift was exhausted.
Open the door as normal.
Shit. Collapse to the ground.
No.
So we...
Okay, I think,
Alright.
yep. Having the blade in hand didn't really change anything, so I guess it's stabbing time.
You reach... Isn't that... I hadn't even considered
I mean,
it as
this
an
usually leads to Wraith, though, but it could be like the
Slaying her
one word
would
normally leads to,
slay you.
like, Prisoner going to
sure you
Drowned
wanted to do
Grey and
that?
just going to something different instead of Wraith?
Of course we're sure. Alright then.
What do you think you're doing?
Hear that? You lift the blade, then plunge it deep into your gut. The princess, her spirit bound to your prison of flesh.
No!
Your skin roils and bucks as she violently pushes
Yeah.
against it from the
Wait a
inside.
minute.
Bits of her seep through.
Who do you think you are, trying to take me out with you? Well, I'll show you. I can do worse than that little...
Oh, nope, this is different, I think. Unfortunately, this is different.
I'll tear this body to shreds.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
Maybe?
I'd like
'Cause I'm not getting the chance to, like, fast forward through it.
But I think this is the end for all of us.
Even though this looks the same, objectively. Because I already did this.
I said I'm leaving, you cold little freak.
But it's also different than it was the last time I tried this. You feel a violent tear, like the shape that you thought was you was never really a single shape to begin with. Something in the space you occupy has decided to leave and has brought you with it. You've been stripped away from yourself, or stripped away from something that used to be you, or stripped away from something that used to be important. At the very least, you have been stripped away from something. It always hurts to forget at first, but then you forget the pain.
Do you think we're done, you self-destructive murderer?
Uh-oh. Yeah, no, this is... It's kind of upsetting that of the 3 endings, only one of them was remotely good, and the other ones are just kind of miserable sounding. Because this cannot lead anything good. Oh. The words come from both inside and outside of your head. Before you on the ground is a writhing mass of flesh and scales and feathers. Wow, this is the most we've actually seen what we look like. Holy shit. Did you mean to take me with you?
Oh, you're here. Great. All I meant to do was leave. What happened to you and where you wound up wasn't exactly a top concern.
Because it didn't really make sense in the initial ending when you stabbed yourself as the Spectre for her to just, like, stay there and somehow overpower her. Like, she's a ghost. How would that even work? So this does make sense, I suppose, for the new ending.
At least it seems like it's just you. Those other ones were unbearable. Especially that murder-happy know-it-all. I'm willing to pretend that you didn't just stab yourself to spite me, but don't think I've forgotten a thing. This is an alliance of convenience.
Gurgling liquid bubbles up from the open pockets in the disintegrating mass in front of you. It is trying to speak, but it no longer has the tissue that speech requires.
Wait, maybe this still counts as leaving together. Come on, let's get the hell out of here.
Oh no, we've been force-femmed! Yippee! But what about the body? What about me? Sorry I stabbed us.
At least you're paying the price now, but how about we not waste time talking about what...
You're seated in a room that is empty. A chain digs into your wrist, binding one arm to the wall. It is quiet and you are alone. This is what you deserve. 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 Okay.
Well, are you still there?
Yeah? I'm still here?
Well, that's something. I guess we're really stuck together then.
You're not mad at me, are you?
Like I said, we have an alliance of convenience right now. I wouldn't poke too hard at the edges of that.
You're different. Your whole mood is different. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. Nothing, I serve nothing. At a point, it sounded like, what did you serve? Yeah.
Poking at the edges when I specifically told you not to? We're both stuck here, and everything started over. How about we both just try and make the best of it?
How does this even work? Wait, was it her saying this is what you deserve, or the narrator? It's not clear. Because it's just like the, white text you see at the end, but the narrator's already gone. So I'm not sure if it's you narrating that, as the, further head, or what exactly. We'll find out, probably. It's not the princess. The princess is surprisingly fine with this.
Besides, there's something about you being in here with me that just feels right. It's hard to stay mad at you like this.
I'm not gonna make the joke. I'm not gonna make the joke. I'm not gonna make the joke. I'm gonna be a good boy. I'm gonna be a good boy. I killed you, though, and I tried killing you again.
You really want me to be mad at you, don't you? Too bad, I guess. For both of us.
How are we supposed to get out of here?
Are you seriously asking me that? I've been stuck here for as long as you've known me. I don't think the two of us would be here right now if I knew how to leave.
We're both here, then what happened to the others?
There's 4 walls around us and a chain around my wrist.
But you're a ghost. Does the chain even matter?
About anything that isn't right in front of me. Maybe they're gone. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
But this is a really nice, like, introspection into how the princess works, so I'm definitely appreciating that this is a thing. Even if the way to get here was kind of awful.
And if nobody comes by, well, I guess we'll be waiting a long, long time.
Are we still a ghost? Your gaze turns to your hands, solid, then translucent, then solid again. Yeah, like, it was this text. It wasn't the narrator, specifically. It was just the not narrator that is still a narrator, but our narrator, but not the narrator as a character, I guess, question mark?
Huh. I don't know. It's like we're one and then the other. Make up your mind already, body, will you?
That's a mood. What are we supposed to do? Just wait for something to happen?
You have any better ideas?
There has to be something for us to do other than wait.
You already said that.
Oh, did I never say... You know what? Let's make a different save here, although I'm a little deep into it already. Pun just got dizzy with the explanation. Yeah. Has to be something for us to do other than wait.
Oh, no. Please don't make us loop on this.
There has to be something for us to do other than wait.
I'm just gonna stop talking until you fix whatever this is.
You don't have to keep picking the same option. You know that, right? She's awfully chill with this. What just happened to us? What happened to everything?
You died, probably. And we're back where I started.
This isn't what it was like the last time I died. The last time I died, I got a title card.
That's weird, and isn't how it works for me, but if you want, I guess I can humor you. What do these title cards look like?
The first one I got to said Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess, and after we both died, I got Chapter 2, The Spectre.
Some hero you turned out to be.
I'm still a hero. No, let's be sincere. I'm still a hero. I've been trying to save the world, you know. A villain to one person might be a hero to others.
Don't try to make this about shades of gray or whatever. I'm the only other person here with you, and you're the villain in my story.
That just made me really sad for some reason. Anyways.
I'm sorry, I'm being mean again. How
like,
about
true,
we
but...
stay clean with the new chapter? We could call it... Chapter 3, The Princess and the Dragon.
Huh? But... Am I a dragon? Hell yeah!
Dragons are monsters, you know. But alright, whatever makes you happy.
Uh-oh. So our body is still moving independently of us? That's unfortunate. At least that's what I'm getting at here, probably, maybe. Also, we might actually get to really see us in full view. Something's here.
You.
Your gaze turns back to your hands. They flicker once again.
We're still a mess. It's like you don't really know what we are.
We only become tangible when we're perceived, right? That's how she works. A thump on the floorboards above, and then another. The scraping of metal against the surface, so we brought the knife, which makes sense. The flickering in your body stops. You are solid.
So, you took the knife. Of course you did.
Honestly, yeah, no, this is a very good perspective. From the princess's point of view, this is a fucking horror game as well. creaking hinges once again, but this time clear, closer. Hello? But you say nothing.
I'm the one in control here. You don't get to put words in my mouth.
Understandable. Does he... I guess we never really got a really, like, good scope of how big Mr. Featherbrain is. Because he sounds really freaking huge.
You're always
Oh my god, yeah,
all the way
no.
down.
You're always... so... yeah. Holy shit, that was a big man! Yeah, I'd be terrified too, what the fuck? Oh. Understood. So this is what it's like to be a woman. Yeah? Yeah? And then a figure emerges, shrouded in a feathered darkness, the world trailing behind it, its shining blade gleaming against the wooden walls. It stares at you with wild, hollow eyes. What the hell am I indeed?
The dragon, obviously.
It's worse when you're smaller. Yeah. What do you want to do?
Let's see. You're missing something important, aren't you?
The head on the figure cocks to the side. Is it inquisitive, suspicious, hostile? Its emotions are unreadable.
I know, because I have it right here.
That's just gonna get him to try to stab us harder, maybe. Why am I being so quiet? Is it because I'm not there? Or am I... Oh, am I arguing with myself in there? Has this always happened in real time?
So that's what's going on with all that silent staring.
Yeah, no, Jesus Christ, this is... awful.
Hey, I'm talking to you. It's rude to have a conversation in front of other people without letting them in on it.
I mean, we're technically doing the same thing, but we're also not in a good position here. Can it?
Oh, you would like to hear what we're thinking, wouldn't you?
Oh god, is that the stubborn? Is that the fucking stubborn talking? Okay, we got the worst possible outcome on this, too. So we have the big man, and the big man is clearly extremely hostile. Princess and dragon indeed. He raises the blade above his head, dangling it by the handle in front of his eyes.
But I think we hold the power right now.
Yes, we are the princess right now. Yes, we are. That's why I said this is what it's like being a woman. And also, the stubborn is the one that's currently in the body right now, or at least seems to be the one who's talking, so we got the worst possible voice in there talking to us. This is bad. This is really bad.
But she knows about the Decider being gone.
Wait, what?
That would be a weird bluff to come up with if it weren't true.
They're all in there? Still not good, but better than just stubborn by himself.
Look, I love that you're trying to contribute, but I think we need to take a little sidebar. But I don't want to do it. I'm so sorry. This will just be a moment.
The damsel was an angel. How could you love that? I'd be terrified the whole time. Wait. In what way do you mean the damsel was an angel? Because, like, the apotheosis is like a biblical angel, but... Oh. I guess if you put it that way. At the same time, though... On the damsel route, you don't use a knife at all until... But even then, that would be fucking horrifying, but... Yet, oh wait, you mean the damsel's an angel just loving the giant lumbering beast in general, in which case, yes! Correct! But then again, people fall in love with really scary men all the time, so... Like, the character he plays is scary to me, and the damsel was very kind and affectionate. I mean, it is also a matter of perspective, like the whole game is. Like, yes, very scary, horrible creature come down. At least initially try to save your ass, then try to stab you on the way up because he got literally possessed, and she was at least able to tell. But even then, like, yeah, no, she's definitely... Huh. Yeah. Huh. Huh. Silence as the mind in front of you falls back into itself.
Unbelievable.
We can wait for him to finish. I think you'll have to make them listen, try to be assertive. I don't know if that'll work on these guys, but...
Believe me, I can be assertive.
Which is also really interesting, too, because, like, in the ones where you fight the princess, though, like, the princess has, like, supernatural strength and stuff, and seems like a monster as well, so... But that might just be literally fighting for your life and just that extra, like, going beyond your limits kind of deal. Definitely an onion. Jesus. Like, the new endings are all fucking batshit. Like, getting the narrator just break down in, like, the damsel epilogue ending was, like, a huge meta thing. And having the Smin be like, yeah, no, the Smin actually isn't good was pretty big. Being like, no, none of us have any choices that matter was pretty big. And this is kind of... This is easily blows the other two out of the water, though, just for, like, narrative importance. Holy shit.
Hey, I'm talking to you?
My apologies. They're really being quite dull here.
He does, despite being a horrible, hulking monster, does look kind of cute here like this, so... Okay, I now understand, at least to a tiny fraction of an extent, why a woman could like a man. Because there's some charm to that, I guess, maybe. You know, the knife still being a problem, but he is a sad boy. But he's not the broken one, at least. And now he's creepy again.
I think they want to kill you. At least the new one does.
Yeah, that would be the stubborn.
Very passionate about it.
Oh wait, this is the cold, isn't it? Because we had the cold and... The cold, the hero... Okay, so probably cold, hero, and stubborn are the three ones in this guy currently.
Well, he can try if he wants, but I'm not so sure you all have it in you. Not without your missing piece.
The stubborn literally brings his ass back to life. I wouldn't fuck with him. He's the scariest one.
Nah, but that just makes it two birds with one stone, doesn't it? How tempting.
Is that a smile? Oh, that's fucking demonic. Oh, I hate that. Like, look at that. That's the fucking grin of a predator. I don't like that one bit. Like, at least he never tries to straight up bite the princess at any point, but looking at that, he sure as fuck could if he wanted to. God damn. That was a huge mouth. If that is a mouth, or is that a feather? It's hard to tell. How did the damsel look? I don't know. To be fair, he's probably not nearly as murder-hungry looking during the damsel route, but this is still not great. Not a fan.
From what I remember, it's pretty easy to kill you the first time around. And this time you're back to being very...
Oh no, that's definitely a grin, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Also, look at his fucking feet. He's more of a dinosaur than a fucking bird. I was right. He is a lizard person. He's a lizard person with feathers. He's a fucking dinosaur. And in this case, I guess technically a dragon is what the term we're using here. And that's not incorrect by any stretch. It's kind of fucking accurate.
Fleshy?
Yeah, a little fleshy, sadly.
Yes, exactly. That's precisely the word I was looking for. You're fleshy now. No more of that incorporeality. Trust me, I wouldn't be
No,
doing
this isn't
if I didn't
stubborn.
think it would be easy.
This is fucking opportunist. You motherfucker, I hate you almost the most, besides Broken. But that also means if we fight back, he might back off. And yeah, no, this is definitely a horror game from the princess's perspective. Jesus Christ.
Bring it then. But you caught me off guard the first time. It's not going to happen.
Or at least it's definitely a horror game for the ones where she's just relatively normal. Because, like, as the tower, the fact that you can die at all is kind of impressive, so I guess it could still arguably a horror game, but by the time you hit Hypothesis... But even then, that's usually because she has memories of this fucking thing, so, Ay. Like, this is like a fucking biblical angel of a fucking Tyrannosaurus dragon something thing. What the fuck, even? Dinosaur, dragon, biblical entity, horrible creature. Not good. Very icky.
Well, what can I say? I'd back off if I wasn't already overcommitted, so I guess I'll just have to.
But of course it's
pretend that you're
opportunist.
bluffing.
To be fair,
Maybe.
stubborn and opportunist are kind of similar. But thankfully, because it's opportunist, if we actually fight back, we won't get into a horrible loop of we can't win. But this is still an awful situation to be in.
Having second thoughts?
Shut up.
Hero was doing his best in there. But yeah, no, that was an evil grin. Ah! Why does he have teeth? He's a bird! Why does he have teeth? He's a bird! Ah! You can feel yourself shrink and then grow, facilitating between small and large. Weak and powerful as the thing in front of you attacks. Blade raised and wings spread. Yeah, because it's opportunist. He doesn't have a gauge on your power because he's a fucking opportunist. Of course not. I don't like it either.
Before anything happens, I just wanted to let you all know that we are not all on board with this.
That's not helping. Still scary.
Now, we voted.
Wait. Is Blue Hero and not... Oh, Cold was the one who was good with the killing to begin with, so maybe Blue was Hero, actually. Because Hero wouldn't fucking vote for this, so this must be Opportunist and Cold trying to kill us. There's no way Hero would vote for this.
It was not a majority decision.
Yeah, that's Hero. I'm sorry, Hero.
But we did have a plurality. He shouldn't count.
Wait a minute. Is it actually just Hero and Opportunist and Narrator? Because he shouldn't count implies of course Narrator's still there.
Says who? Says me. He's not one of us.
Yes and no. Because Narrator is technically a piece. Since he created this. Also, why the fuck did you create... What the fuck is wrong with the Narrator? Like, he's like a bird person, and it's like, you know what? For my new magical bird god I'm making in my image, I'm gonna make him a hulking fucking monster. Like, what the fuck? What is your deal? Calm your titties. Like, goddamn.
He's been here since the beginning. The old chum really deserves to say. Besides, you'll all thank us when this is finally over and we are officially on top. But enough chatter.
Oh, so you finally decided
there's
to
Cold.
do something, have you?
Cold? Yeah, I don't like Cold either. I don't like the way you're looking at me. silence for just a moment as its cold eyes regard you. And the silence still as soft eyes hesitate. Ah! But the hesitation doesn't last, and you feel the sharp sting of cold metal sliding deep into your chest, but you can feel something else too. Rage flowing from your heart and balling up in closed fist. You throw them at the thing's face and...
You can feel bone crack
Oh.
as the fist collides with your jaw, and then a thud as you tumble across the room.
I see. Good thing they missed, I guess. She still has the scar from when we killed her the first time, too. I see.
You are such a disappointment. I'd like to see you do.
Yeah, it was opportunist, okay. Fuck you, opportunist.
The princess rips the blade from her chest and, fury in her eyes,
Oh!
cuts herself loose.
I mean, to be fair, cannot blame her after all that shit. I'm back in here, but you should do it. Kill me, end this, and save yourself, honestly.
Oh, you're different.
Yeah, fuck you too, asshole. Don't like you either.
Back, just as I intended. I was never cut out for leadership, really.
I'm going to shake you like a goddamn slinky.
The princess's hand trembles as she charges at you, but charge she does.
Can't blame her.
I'm not sure kill me counts as good leadership. It's certainly decisive. I just love that about this guy. Much better than the choices I made.
You're the reason we're in this mess to begin with. Well, okay, you're not. Cold is. I mean, I am. I mean, I don't like this.
Oh, wow. You actually managed to say something I agreed with. As she closes the distance, she raises the blade
Don't
to strike.
Stab yourself. No. That's not the angle you used to stab me. Don't stab yourself.
Kills us.
Or maybe it is the angle to kill us?
Lets it fall to her side. She doesn't make eye contact as she speaks.
Okay, speaking of goddamn angels, like, admittedly we did share a body, but holy shit. Like, that's very strong of you, ma'am.
I almost killed you there.
I would not have fucking blamed you at this point.
And then she looks up at you with fierceness in her gaze.
This had better not be a trick. And you're not getting this.
I don't want it back.
She turns her
Thank
back
you.
on you and hurls the blade through the basement window, never to be seen again. No, 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 no! You need the blade to deal with her.
Why did we ever need the blade to deal with her? Have you seen us? We could snap her like a fucking twig if we actually put any effort into it.
Then I guess we won't be doing any dirty work. Yeah.
You have no idea how good it felt to get rid of that thing.
Hard agree. Yeah, no, we don't deserve that. Guess we'll leave?
Yeah, there's nothing left for either of us here.
The princess reaches
No, why is it so wholesome? We don't deserve the wholesome. Like, it's cute, but also, Jesus, fuck.
Yeah?
Literally too good for this bird, dragon, biblical angel man.
Why do you want to know? You can tell a lot of things about someone from their handshake. I want to know more about the person we decided unanimously to throw our lot in with. Whatever. It's rough, but still tender. And the hand of someone who's suffered, but hasn't forgotten what it's like to have a heart.
I don't want to hear that from you, opportunist, you motherfucker.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Hand in hand, you and the princess leave the basement.
Like, admittedly, I know a concerning amount of women who like giant monsters when it comes to their fantasies, but this is... Actually, wait, no. God, this is actually kind of on the nose. Fuck. I hate that. My head is in my hands. If I was 3D and had tracking, it would be very obvious to tell. This is upsetting. Understandable, but upsetting.
Welcome back, by the way.
At least you tried, hero.
Yes, we all missed you, so...
I don't want to hear from you either, Cold.
I missed you the most.
You can especially fuck off, Opportunist.
You weren't even here until he was gone. Whatever, it doesn't matter. If you step through that door, you're damning every single person alive. You do realize that, yes? Who cares?
In case you hadn't noticed, I lost a hand down there. Would you mind?
Twist the doorknob in your hand and step forward into the world you've damned. You and the princess fall to the ground, exhausted.
Is that grass or is that feathers? Oh my god, it's feathers, isn't it? It's hard to tell.
I hope this all comes back to bite you, do you hear? I hope you're forced to feel the weight of all the regret.
Oh, thank fuck he's gone. I can't believe they found a way to make me hate the narrator more than I ever have up to this point. Good job, game. But he doesn't finish his thought before disappearing entirely, and you find yourself free of any of the regrets he wished upon you.
Finally. This is nice. This is so nice. But it's also cold.
And there she goes. You were too good for us. Your peace does not last, nor can it ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find
But once
her?
was one, then was two.
Is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay. We've been here before.
But it feels so bad. If they think it's bad, I'm with them. You don't need to comfort them.
It'll be okay. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Okay.
Gonna be nice about
If
it.
you say so.
I guess.
Finally, we're going places. Whatever makes you happy.
Gaze from reflection, see what's in it. You've withered. I wonder if she also sees you getting increasingly, like, all goopy and shit through each run as well? Which makes it even more of a horror game for her, honestly. Holy fuck. Proceed to the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction.
Okay, so it's
A
the
massive
usual
tides ebbing. All of me is changing.
contradictions. What do you think of this vessel, who has had the most fucking way too forgiving goddamn sheesh, etc.?
This one is perspectives bleeding into one. You know her better than you know yourself. She will make for an empathetic heart.
Empathetic heart is the goddamn understatement of the century, Chief. Ah! Because you try to think about the other side of things, but it never hits quite like that. Holy shit.
Do not mourn her, for you would not mourn yourself.
I don't think any of this is new.
We will know.
We have like 2 more left after this, but I don't have time for that on stream, sadly. Because D&D's in like less than 30... Oh, geez, it is in less than 30 minutes. Uh-oh. Yeah, we don't even get a whole run-in at this rate. And honestly, that's not a bad spot to leave on, because... Fuck! I think we might just end it here instead of just like leaving it on a loose end, because... Not to mention a lot of you, I think yourself included probably, since this is the Pristine Cut, have not seen all of this, and there's definitely more to explore, and a lot of it I don't want to see on stream, like the Beast, for example, so... Because that's just way too gross. But... Like, she can become more worse than our Dragon Bird Man. Because at least he doesn't try to fucking swallow her whole, but still, considering how things go in Chapter 1, understandable why she tries to change, because fuck! Anyways, I just... Actually, wait. Can we just wait here?
I'm sorry.
Because we usually can.
It says that your heart is gentle.
Okay... Do we not have the option to wait anymore? Do we not have the option to wait at all? Oh, we don't. Okay, good to know. Then I guess we'll just leave it here then. Because that's about as much of a natural stopping point as we're gonna get, honestly, for what little time I have left. Well, that happened. Like I always, or at least not always, but at least for a long time have basically known, but that really drove it home, huh? Anyways, let's go find somewhere happier to go, maybe. For our raid as a treat, and reflect a little bit more off time something. Brain hurts, understandably. We have lots of internalizing to do. Yippee! Okay, who can we raid? I wonder if Carnage is still going. I kind of doubt it. There's a lot of people playing Slay the Princess, not surprising. But let's go raid a friend instead. And go to something happier, maybe. Let's see, Fields of Mystria, we got art, we got... Oh, Alley Cakes! Alley Cakes is doing House of Ashes, which is... admittedly still a horror game, but probably a lot more lighthearted than this. Jesus Christ! Honestly, yeah, I think it is just Alley Cakes, so Alley Cakes it is. Because the rest I don't know quite as well, and I want to support Ali when I can, because I'm going to be joining him for Little Hope probably, like mid-November, as long as everything goes well. So let's go say hi to Ali. As for the raid message... I honestly don't know. I love how you call him Alley Cakes because of you. I mean, it kind of sticks. Like, I don't usually try to call him Alley Cakes, but it just slips out because it's so... It's endearing, but it's also not a nickname he would like me calling him, I think. It happens sometimes, though. Like, if he actually says to stop, I will definitely stop, but I don't try to. It just slips out. It happens. But yeah, raid message. Oh god, my brain is fried. I'm not a big fan of the Dragon Raid will not work because Ryu's there. And he is literally a Dragon VTuber. We'll figure it out. Just something silly. We'll figure something out when we get there. Goodbye! Goodbye! Ah!